Hello, YouTube! For once, I'm not going to demonetize this video immediately. I'll leave that to everyone else.
Coronavirus.
There he is. Now we just need to not get copyright striked. We're good.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Will that get us copyright strike, or will that get you a sponsorship deal?
I don't want that.
The Last of Us Part 2 fucking sucks.
Fuck.
That's just a flame war.
Well, no, that'll get us DMCA'd.
I hear they
Fair.
pay well for their sponsorships.
Fair. In any case, welcome to the apparently long anticipated, for some reason, I have no idea why, return of Bold City.
Oh yeah.
For those of you watching and wondering what I mean by return, I'm not giving you an explanation.
Fuck you.
You suck.
Eat
I have-
shit.
Unsubscribe, motherfucker.
I'm gonna lose you all of your subscribers.
Yeah, I think reverse psychology's working.
I know.
Perfect. In any case, welcome back, folks, to folks and players. Not to be, God, I am going to be talking to the audience the whole time. God damn it! All right.
It helps you narrate.
No,
Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Welcome back to the superhero setting. We got one new person and one new hero from a returning player. Why don't you introduce yourself? Why doesn't everybody introduce themselves? Brief snippet real quick for anybody who doesn't know and for our new friends out there on YouTube.
I say we go from top to bottom, so let's start with our boy Dingy Pup.
I'm changing that nickname back.
God damn it, Scott.
That's normally what we call him.
Scott, you're live. Yeah. You know, I expected that. I was expecting either that or, like, a scream.
Scottathin.
Scott, are you there?
God Daniel.
Okay. Well, he's not in line. So next in line is me. I'm not in line either. I'm just the head editor. I just run the show. Next in line, Kamen Rider Soul.
3 exclamation marks.
So.
Kamen Rider Soul.
Da 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 da.
I would say I'm the child of the sun, but that would be ripping off our dear friend Kamen Rider Black. So, I'm Shizutayo.
Wait, does that mean you're a black hole sun?
Won't you
Wrong
come?
Rider.
I'm Shizutayo. I'm 19. I'm in college, and I'm trying to adult. But in reality, I'm spending most of my paychecks from work on buying CSM belts.
That's a weird way to be a millennial.
Aaron, you are a weird way to be. Okay,
Look.
Scott. Okay, Scott. If you're okay, we can't hear you.
Yeah. Say, fucking the line is so blurry between millennial and Gen Z. I don't know what the fuck I am anymore. I'm just a pizza eating thing.
Mood.
I am potentially a human being. Leave it at that. I might be an AI.
I'm
None of you have
autistic.
seen-
I'm a bundle of potatoes that somehow.
And there he
God
goes.
damn it!
We did it.
He's apparently all right over there and in front of his computer, but something's gone wrong.
We killed Scott. We win.
That's not how
In any other game, I'd agree with you.
You mean to tell me that's not what Tyler did to get the server back?
I mean,
The demon has
No,
come to collect.
no, I killed Aaron. No, I sold Aaron's soul to get my server back.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
yeah. I'm sorry, they have
Mesmer,
very
you're up.
They have very
Hello?
similar sounding voices.
There
Hey,
it goes.
Scottathin.
I had to
Alright,
switch back to my phone.
Scott, your computer sucks.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really does.
Just get a new one.
In
for
any
Christmas
case,
or
Scott, you're at the
something.
back of the line, so you get. In any case, Scott, you're at the back of the line. Mesmer, you're up.
Alright. So,
Oh god.
can I go last?
Fuck.
On a scale of 1 to fuck you, how much will me saying no piss you off?
won't piss me off, but I don't have much to say, and I need to think of something because I didn't really flesh out much of this character, seeing as I made it in the past like couple days.
Well, then just give us what you do and why you do it.
Quick, roll a
Gonna
d12.
forget.
How hot is she?
Very.
I want to roll a
Yeah.
d12.
My character has attractive too, so no
Well, let's
rolling
see.
involved.
I'm rolling anyway. You can't stop.
No,
How's it
I
going?
need to call Colin to roll a d12.
5.
Who's calling?
But my character has
No,
attractive too.
She makes
And
up
then
for
this
in
keeps-
personality.
But there we go.
Stop referencing people that do not exist.
Fuck you, Steve.
Then I will stop talking about you, Scott. Don't worry about it.
Who?
I like how you
Anyway.
both said it.
Anyway, my character is Samania Safiel, also known as Mesmer, and does illusions, many illusions.
Some of them hurt.
Yes,
Some of
And-
them do.
she does it because she's bored and decided being a hero could be exciting.
I will do my best to thoroughly disillusion you of that during this.
Cough, cough. Older
She-
misfortune.
She's also addicted to her own illusions, and
Crack.
essentially lives in a world of fantasy and like ignores real world needs like I don't know, eating.
Taxes.
Why?
Well,
What a monster! How
You can't be
crazy
a
are you?
superhero, commit
that,
tax
you know, I was
fraud.
gonna question like the -3 strength on the sheet, and now it makes sense. So thank you.
Oh, is this the woman that flies on the pillow because she's a neat?
No,
Yeah.
no. This is a person who creates endless illusion clones.
Yeah, this isn't the dream person. This is illusion person.
Same thing.
Speaking of illusions, up next is Night Punch, who sometimes might as well not be here after getting pinned under a girder.
Hey,
Hey, Girder's a good Pokemon.
I wasn't built to dish out. I was built to take a licking and keep
Which is why
on
you
ticking.
have 3 toughness.
Yes. I want,
Toughness.
but yep, she's just she's still in the hoodie, but she added a cape. So she looks like a superhero.
God, you look like somebody did the whole like little kid with a cape thing, but you're older, so it's really awkward.
I don't fucking care. Yeah, sure, whatever.
I hope that's in character.
That
You
is.
see, the cape is actually just a second hoodie wrapped around her neck.
It is.
Backup hoodie. All right.
Backup hoodie.
I'm just imagining those two dudes from Gravity Falls in the Dream World. I don't know if anybody here gets that.
I
I
do.
have not watched that show.
I do. But in character of Night Punch, yeah, whatever.
Or the one episode of The Amazing World of Gumball.
Up next on our list of new additions, France.
France.
I
Scott,
feel
look at the
the
name
wrong.
Point for
Scott,
France.
Scott, look at your name above you.
Did you change my name to France?
No, I changed. No.
Well, now it has to be France.
Yes. I see London. I see France.
You walked into that.
I see Scott's
Okay,
underpants.
okay. How
No.
much of this is actually being recorded? Is
All
the
of it.
screen being
Yeah.
We are
recorded?
being recorded right
Oh
now.
my god.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a
No,
GIF
don't-
running in the
don't-
background,
So
but
I can
D-
meme
don't.
for the audience.
actually, no.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
GIF running right now, so it's not recording the Discord. But I can record the Discord if we want to.
Ah.
Wait,
Not
your-
necessary.
Your background footage is a GIF? Fucking
Yeah.
Wimp?
Anyway, actual France, not Scott France. You're up.
Yeah.
Who dis? New phone.
For anyone who has seen my My Hero game, this woman may look vaguely familiar. This is Amélie Cordier. She
For those of us who aren't in that game, Scott.
Amélie Cordier is a rich girl from France that wanted to be a superhero because the world is shit and she wants to make it better. But much like a Toph Bei Fong kind of situation, though she is sadly not as badass as the Blind Bandit, the parents wanted to coddle her, but thanks to a friend in the family that also supported her heroic ways, she managed to get a all expense paid trip towards the Americas, because out of all the countries in the world, America's usually the one in the most fuck shit.
Yeah, I mean, look at us right now.
I'd really rather not, but it's kind of like a train wreck.
I mean,
Anything
you know,
else? Anything else you'd like to add, Miss Cordair?
How old is she? She is 22, 5'4", a very lithe 122 pounds, and she can't speak.
Welcome back, Mute.
Yep.
Again.
Hey, I know 17 different sign
Scott,
languages.
Scott. After Maya, you don't get to complain.
Oh, shut it.
Wasn't Maya a Portal Kid?
No,
No, that's this one.
Oh,
Maya's the rabbit person he uses so often that we give him shit over
Maya
it.
is the 16-year-old bunny girl who's super edgy and is stuck reliving her life over and over again in different universes.
right.
Speaking of
Maya.
not that character. Speaking of not that character. France, you're up.
Fake France.
Fake punk ass France.
I am Rena. I must wait. 2-year time skip, right?
2-year time skip.
I'm a 17-year-old girl.
Welcome
you're
aboard.
not.
Welcome aboard. You're
With-
still the token kid.
With basically my power set consists of Spider-Man meets Portal.
Portal
Let's
Man,
check.
Portal Man. The cake's
Yep.
a lion, so is humanity.
Right. Any key events you guys would like to comment on? Since yes, 2-year time skip for our two new heroes. First, sorry, I should probably start with this. For our two new heroes, how long have you been with the team that doesn't have a name yet?
I thought we did. I thought we called ourselves Yeet. Or was that
Yeah,
not a thing that we officially
You
decided
fucking
on?
pitched it, but nobody decided on it.
Why
The
not,
turtle
guys?
friends.
The Yarborough evil extermination team.
You didn't even remember your acronym.
I did the last second. I'm good.
You're many things, Scott. I'm not sure good is one of them.
Shut.
Morally gray at best.
Interesting, yes. Good.
Totally not playing. I'm totally not playing bootleg Cthulhu in a different game.
Oh, so's my friend.
Anywho,
Anywho.
so
Amelie and Mesmer, how long have you guys been in town? And for that matter, how long have you been in contact with the team that will get a name at some point?
I'd like to think Amelie has been in town for at least a year, just trying to get, excuse me, sorry. With benefit too from a wealthy family, lodging and things like that, and securing resources, not a huge issue. Even though some of the funds may or not have been embezzled from her parents' noses.
We're gonna ignore that for right now.
What did I miss?
Nothing important.
Nothing important.
Okay.
She was tempted to do the vigilante route, but being a French woman in American lands, she tried to go the more legitimate way and stumbled upon some guy's mechanic shop with a really nice speaker. No, not the cashier, and a really handy mechanic that led him to people. And
You
been
said,
kind
you
of
said you said you've been here about a year. You said
yeah.
you met the cashier, who also appeared to be the mechanic. The original mechanic no longer works there,
Forgot.
but he did introduce you to him. So, there is that.
Cool.
Mesmer.
Mesmer has recently wandered into town.
Don't tell me you got picked up by the. Don't tell me you got picked up by the heroes after an incident gone wrong.
Possibly. I was thinking if you have any ideas of how to do it, it would be fun to have not met the heroes yet and do that in game. If not, then I would have just recently met the heroes.
I have an idea.
All right.
I have a minor idea. Hopefully, it'll work for introducing. So, on that end, are you guys okay with Mesmer being solo for a moment? to get them to where everyone is.
Yeah,
What's
sure
the
will.
worst that could happen?
Everything. Literally
I mean-
everything.
Not quite solo. I would have my 4 servants with
You're
me.
the only player here. Congratulations.
Wait, you have minions?
All around me.
They have summons.
I have summons. I have illusionary clones.
Initiative is going to be hell, isn't it?
Do you ever start?
Your
do you ever-
clones are rolling is one thing. I'm telling you that right fucking now.
do you
just
ever
for
have
simplicity- just to-
conversations with
just,
the clones?
Can we simplify it further and have them just go after me?
They have to roll their own because they have their own initiative stat.
I mean, their initiative is the same as mine, but either way it works.
Still,
But
still
can
they're
you,
independent enough.
All right.
So
Crash Bandicoot.
everybody
Why?
ready to actually get started? 45 minutes after we said we would.
Oh, shut.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not entirely your fault.
And
Scott.
Night Punch is still edgy, and I think she had a fling with Bugman, but that we don't talk about
no,
that.
you tried. He panicked and walked into a pole.
Oh
Which
yeah,
Bugman? There's many Bugmen.
the one that was
didn't
friendly.
explode.
The one
Which
that's
one was
alive and not an asshole.
The one you didn't meet as a bug.
And now we're
I
awkward.
didn't-
Arthur.
Okay.
Arthur. The cashier that Emily mentioned.
I like to imagine that Night Punch still tries and it just ends up failing.
That-
Arthur is extremely oblivious.
Hey, want to see my tits? Oh, you got birds? God damn it, Arthur!
Basically the level of obliviousness you're dealing with here.
he's doing his best.
He's really not.
He,
I meant
he's
in
he's
general.
Managing a mechanic shop is hard.
The only way I was able to get his attention was holding out a bowl of water with some sugar in it.
He's not an actual bug, you bozo. But nice try. But you did try it, and it worked.
Why did you get this bowl here?
Yes, but is he a karate bug man?
His martial art is smash.
Does Amazon count?
True.
Anyway,
Game.
Kamen Rider references aside. Mesmer, we're going to start with you because everybody else has already been called to the place. The station is actually what it's called.
Judge
So,
Judy.
All right.
wrong station.
Shit, that's the cross street.
So where are you, Mesmer? Where are you in Bold City? What are you doing?
So I'd
Taco.
say
truck.
Mesmer is probably at this point just going on a walk while being doted on by her 3 clones that are using their own illusion powers to make themselves look like various servants.
Okay.
I can't tell if that's narcissism, nepotism, or depression.
It's the first one.
Mesmer is addicted to her illusions and living in a fantasy world. She's technically wearing like rags, but using illusions, she looks like a nobility, and she believes she is nobility.
All right. I should probably ask this then. Do you have a phone?
Probably not.
Insert
Well,
no.
then this just got really weird. Something's buzzing in your pocket.
Insert phone.
Literally clone.
I would reach into my pocket and pull whatever it is out.
It's the pager that someone sewed on your skin.
It's a flip phone.
Gross.
Old. But very sleek. It looks like a flip phone built as though it's a smartphone.
Nokia.
Sleek with blue lines
I was
and
about
a
to say.
strange lightning aesthetic on the front of it.
It's a Nokia.
And it is buzzing.
I would open it and put it up to me and say hello.
Who dare speaketh to me?
I was wondering if I had enough information to go on. You're not very subtle, though I suppose you're not trying to be. I'm speaking to Mesmer, correct?
I mean,
Maybe.
most people don't call me that.
So you don't deny it. Good.
Yes.
I have a simple question before we continue this conversation.
Yes.
What are you doing in this city? Why are you attacking criminals?
I was bored. Thought it would be fun here.
Wasn't under me. Bad answer. but I am. If you would like to have a bit more fun, there's something a bit bigger than your average street mugger going down right now.
Oh.
Turn into the alley on your right, 3 blocks up. Go to the dumpster and try to push it out of the way. It'll ask for a hand scan. Put the back of your hand to it.
When did we get this?
Okay.
Then proceed to do the Dougie.
If any of your illusions try it, it won't work. You'll have to do this yourself.
Everyone shut up.
No.
I would hand my phone off to the illusion that looks like a butler at this point.
The
And,
phone vanishes. It seems to turn into a blueprint of itself, a 3D blueprint, before the blueprint erases itself.
Ah.
You just made the phone commit suicide, you monster! First death of the campaign, all Mesmer's fault.
I'll be keeping that kill count in mind.
And then I head into the alley that was mentioned.
First blood.
Okay. It's a pretty standard alley, although this one seems to lack your usual street beggar. Large dumpster, smaller trash cans, manhole cover. Not sure why that's there, but it's there.
Gun.
So I find the thing.
The dumpster, yes. As you push it aside, it doesn't move very much. Even when your clones pool their strength to help you out, it doesn't quite shift. And you hear something flip open at about waist level. Hand signal required. Please administer hand signal. So look down, there is looks like a handprint reader.
Don't stop, don't stop.
Okay.
That folded open, that just kind of appeared where there wasn't one before.
I place my hand on it.
Forwards or backwards?
Backwards.
Sideways.
Guest hand signal accepted. Welcome, Mesmer. The dumpster splits in half with a mechanical hiss, and a pod about the size of an elevator. Not a huge elevator, but a nicer elevator that you can all fit into pretty easily. Slides up from underneath it.
Ding.
Next stop, Central Station.
I'd head in.
Please, hold on to a railing. There are no railings.
Exotic
I-
butters.
I hold on to an illusionary railing.
Did you say exotic butters?
Yeah.
Exotic butters.
Well, the illusory railing helps you out, but you feel this thing moving fast. Like bullet train fast as it lowers beneath the ground. Above you, you can almost hear subways, but they are passing by so fast you're not even sure that's what it is. It might just be like running water. And as fast as you started, it stops.
And you die.
Welcome to Central Station. Please enjoy your stay.
Splat.
Doors hiss open,
Flat.
and you're greeted with a large building, I suppose is a good way to put it. Complex might be more appropriate. With a large central staircase. It very much resembles something that you would see on like Grand Central Station, except with the walls lined with computer banks, bullet trains, smaller pods, small robots flitting around doing various things, various pieces of equipment shoved into the alcoves, a few beds here and there, and a few parked vehicles, specifically a muscle car and a motorcycle.
I want to drive.
My car.
It's not your car.
Back off.
It does not change my statement.
Is
The
there
only-
anyone around?
Not that you see, but there is a large computer monitor on at the top of the stairs. As you're getting ready to exit the elevator pod thing, one of those little robots flits up in front of you. It looks like a bicopter, think quadcopter, but with two propellers and a small camera aperture at the front. Ah, welcome. You must be Mesmer.
Indeed. You have a lot of technology here.
We pride ourselves on it. My name is Izu. I'm a bit of that technology you mentioned. The boss is waiting for you upstairs.
Magic is more fun.
Oh, he's got that too.
Gross.
Oh?
Yeah, half his tech's magic. But it's not very permanent. Your phone vanished, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah, magic.
Indeed.
First blood.
Shut up.
He and the others are waiting for you upstairs.
Others?
Yeah, others. You read the newspaper, right? Most people do. Seen a news broadcast or anything?
No.
That's new. I'll admit.
Yep.
Well, you'll meet him up there.
Rock liver.
There's probably a picture of him on one of the walls.
Double kill.
Fair enough. I head up to meet them.
All right. You actually do pass by that picture mentioned. It's a bunch of gaudily clad people getting presented with the key to the city. Among the notables, you see two people in armor, diametrically opposed. One is dark gray with lightning insignias. The other is bright white and gold. There's also a person in a rather out-of-place looking woman in a hoodie who seems to be trying to fade into the background of the shot. A hairy man trying to eating about 5 churros. A small child with purple hair who actually is holding the key. And I believe that's everybody.
Sounds like the old party.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember because I know we had like 2 people who were only there half the time and didn't finish out the game. So
That moment
Screw
when I spent a hero point on a hot dog cart, feel the good man.
yes, yep. So they are being presented with with definitely the big ceremonial key to the city, straight out of a movie.
Huh.
Excuse me, Jesus.
God damn it, Scott.
I'm
And
trying
as
to
you
get
reach
that
the
for
top of the
minimum.
stairs, you see quite a few of them. You don't see the hairy guy; he'd be pretty easy to spot. But you see the woman with red hair. You see a younger girl in a younger woman in clothing. I'm assuming you're wearing something rather similar to your rider gear because color-coded outfits. Or
Yeah,
no?
took a note out of Sentai wearing.
Yeah.
Though what's noticeable is
Mhm.
there's definitely a Toku hero on the t-shirt.
Yeah. They've got a print T-shirt of what looks like a karate bug man, if you've ever seen one. But a bright golden white jacket. The woman with red hair, the kid, although they're looking a bit more subdued, maybe than the energetic child from the picture, and somebody who wasn't in the picture. Aaron, describe your character, please.
Alright, hold on. Well, this is not what she looks like, but I just looked up a fancy clothing she would wear.
Okay then,
Oh, I probably should have put that in character notes, but oh well.
whatever. You think we
Wow.
abide by any channel that isn't dice rolls around here?
Even then.
And quotes.
Oh yeah, quotes are the only
let me
ones we
go back.
respect.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
The sacred text.
she is 5'4", 122 pounds. Blue eyes. Her hair is brown and reaches to her the tips of her hair just reach her shoulders. She's very slim and just looks like a very. Now, a question for Mesmer. Do you actually know how royalty act, or are you just kind of in your own world bubble about it?
Mesmer acts like fantasy royalty.
Oh, okay. Well, then this is pretty much a watered down version because you can tell from her stance and such she's very proper. She, shoulders back. No. Shoulders back, arms straight, just very polite, soft smile.
And I guess when I say acts like, she doesn't actually necessarily even try to act like it. She just
Is
like she saw like the butlers and things, and she just has her illusions wait on her as if she's royalty. Like she doesn't actually care to try and actually act like it.
Fake
but yeah,
royalty.
she's just a very young, very good looking pale woman. Well, I mean, I don't have the attractive thing, so I guess attractiveness is up in the air, but it don't matter.
You're not ugly.
I'm not ugly.
You're comic book attractive. There we go.
I am 22 years. I'm a 22-year-old woman in her prime. Mostly.
I mean, it specifically says in the book that most heroes are attractive, and the attractive feature is for if you're like extra
Pretty sure-
attractive.
Yeah.
Wait,
Ah.
is our entire party female?
Yes.
Oh
Possibly.
my god.
I prepared for this occasion.
I think we are.
You are. Aside from occasional illusions.
Yeah, I don't remember
I mean, the
Kamen
illusion-
Rider's gender, but I'm pretty sure it was female.
The illusions
Girl-
are clones by default, so they're female by default.
Girl Squad.
Girl squad.
Aside from your boss, which I'm not going to get into the overtones about that.
Ah, fuck. We're gonna sink. Oh god, this is totally spies. Shit.
God damn it. No, we are not delving into that.
Oh
Damn.
god, there's gonna be vor. I just feel it.
No.
was trying
The
to
similarities
avoid
are hilarious
terminology.
given the vacuum tube system, but no.
Hello, ladies. Hello. God, I missed that show. Anyway,
And to describe
I'm
how
sure.
Mesmer looks, Mesmer is like very young with long white hair and pale skin, and dresses in, well, technically rags, but it appears to be a very fancy flowery dress.
Well, folks,
I can't get the frickin' Tough Puppy theme out of my head.
Slowly, puppy.
oh god damn it. All right. There is one more individual, Mesmer. Everybody else knew he was here, but he had his back turned to you. He was looking at the big computer.
No.
As he wheels around, as he turns the big swivel chair around, you see a guy in a lab coat. He's pretty normal looking, brown eyes, brown hair, bright blue eyes. Almost got that backward. Glasses. He's wearing a lab coat, and the only other notable thing about him is that his leg is in a fairly sizable brace.
sounds like Ida's older
He still
brother.
has a leg?
Yes,
Wait, what happened to his leg? I don't remember.
you weren't there for it.
Oh, okay.
Or I was
phew.
barely there for it.
So you're Mesmer.
Indeed.
Taps the side of his glasses. You look like shit.
Basically what my character normally looks like.
Damn!
Uh.
Well,
Takes the glasses off. Oh, that explains it.
You need some fucking meat on your bones.
I mean, just
My character eats illusions most of the time.
I could
Low in
pick,
nutritional value.
I could pick your teeth. I could pick my teeth with your legs.
Holographic meatloaf again?
My favorite.
hey,
I
Safety,
was
wait.
thinking that the entire time.
Wait. Let me just make sure I have the power set up right.
Anywho,
Oh, wait. Night Punch? Do you have seen through illusions?
No, but I have. What's your surface thought?
Do I have seen through illusions?
Mesmer's surface.
No, you don't, Scott.
What's
surface
mes-
thoughts?
Yeah,
At what point in time?
like pretty much now. Are you mostly hearing what he just said to you?
Mostly confusion, because my character kind of believes her own illusions, so she's confused.
Night Punch is gonna just kind of look at you. Oh, you're nuts.
You're nuts.
a robotic feminine voice pops up from seemingly from the French woman's general position, as pops up like, now Night Punch, do you mean the nuts as the compliment you said before, or do you mean nuts as in mentally impaired?
Yes.
And people wonder why. And people want, and you guys wonder why I don't go bowling with you.
Wait, we go bowling?
It's because you're too. I
Turns
thought
the
it was
chair.
because it was too.
Oh,
You're. I thought.
Just turns the chair around and goes back to what he was doing. Well, introduce yourselves to our probationary teammate.
Probationary.
Well, I've just decided on a backstory.
Steve.
From accounting.
No. That's Trevor's thing. Can't steal it.
Trevor's not here.
Original OC, don't steal.
Right along Wilhelm, but nobody wants to steal that one.
No one can pull that off.
Exactly.
The other pale woman is going to turn to you, Mesmer, and do you understand sign language?
Probably not.
Alright, she's going to sign at you, see that you're not picking anything up, shrugs, and then, without her mouth moving, you hear a voice emanate from her. It's like, pleasure to meet you. The name is, Mute.
I use illusions to make it look like my mouth isn't moving and I'm just a voice also. And I say, pleasure to meet you too.
They're an illusionist. Whatever they just did, don't worry about it.
Worry about everything. Always.
Do
That
I
is-
have a mute? Do I have a
That's
illusion
my
sheet?
job.
Oh no, I don't have illusion shit, but I have variable senses, which means I can look through your illusions anytime I want to.
Here, yes, technically.
Variable senses.
They have they have variable limited to the sense powers.
Hmm.
Basically, Mute's trick is deadening one of their senses to enhance others.
Well,
Oh,
I guess
it's this character again.
Spotting
I mean, unless-
See
unless you
through
have a,
illusions by spotting small incongruities.
unless you have a specific thing that sees through illusions, my illusion I paid the 5 points per rank to make it affect all senses.
Oh yeah,
So
but they can still get circumstance bonuses to trying to see through that shit for like small incongruities and stuff. It's not an auto win. I'm gonna probably say. It probably won't be an auto win, but it might help.
I mean, they still have to have a reason to disbelieve before they can try.
Look, look.
I mean, he did just say you're an illusionist.
Yes, that is true.
Look, I'm a radar dish with a tight ass. Can we move on?
With a tight ass.
I assume, are you people done with introductions, or do you need another minute?
Oh wait, I don't think I.
Come on,
No,
college
no.
girl.
No, Shizu, you've been surprisingly quiet.
Contemplation?
Oh,
Yes.
hi. I'm Shizu. I'm 19, and she does kind of a weird pose. I'm a Kamen Rider.
As you always used to tell me, put a little passion into it.
Oh, right. I'm Kamen Rider Soul, protector of the city, and also, Jesus Christ, I need to stop spending all my money on CSM belts.
I've been telling you that too.
Amelie just kind of tilts her head slightly. It's like, even being closer to Japan, I still am very confused by all this.
As I told you when you first showed up, you get used to it.
I know.
Not really.
Oh yes, I almost forgot to introduce my servants. This is Sebastian, Silver, Faye, and Emily.
Why would you introduce not people?
What do you
Don't
mean?
be rude.
They're my
They're-
servants.
She
They're
kind of
illusory
squints.
duplicates, Shizu.
Wait, they're illusions?
Illusions cloaked in an illusion because they all apparently look like her, based on early eyewitness reports. Extremely early.
This is different.
Can they, like, feel things, like, if you poke them?
Don't know. None of them have ever filed a report.
I don't know what you people are talking about. But don't be mean to my servants. They're real people.
Oh no, I won't be mean, they seem nice.
Don't be mean to my alter egos.
Don't be mean to my mindless servants.
Don't be mean.
Too.
I decided over the course of this that my character used to be schizophrenic and then developed illusion powers.
Oh, wonderful.
She
Perfect. Another schizophrenic. Let's see how long this lasts.
Another?
I got the mental
Scott,
image.
you weren't schizophrenic. You had multiple personalities.
I got the mental image of don't be mean to me.
I'm
Now
not
that we've
gonna.
got-
I'm not gonna give you free psychology again. You're gonna have to pay me if you want me to fix this one.
I didn't ask you to fix the last one. Arthur still refuses to work on your car.
Hmm. Like I need them anyways.
Now punch. No need to be rude.
Gives you a very flat look. Uh-huh. In any case, I called in some help because it seems like we've got something a bit bigger, or at least more unusual than the last few.
Ooh,
Things are-
bigger than-
Yes, bigger. Sorry, Shizu.
No, I'm sorry.
No worries. In any case, the chief actually called us for this one, and you know how rare that is. Last time he called us in was a year ago, and that
That's
big enough.
concerning.
Extremely so, although this one appears to not be a crime in progress. He wants help on an investigation, which is even weirder.
That's
I'm-
ominous.
I'm very good at those, at least.
Oh, good. This is a case with no witnesses, no security footage, and the evidence. Well, police aren't sure what to make of it.
A challenge, but I should be fine. Theoretically.
A brief
think-
overview. Go ahead. Rena?
What?
Force. What were you saying, Force?
Nothing. It's not important at the moment.
Very well. Any other remarks before I start the brief?
Flicks rests a cigarette into ashtray. Nope.
You know, those
The
are bad.
that little robot, Izu. This is a no smoking facility.
Kind of just looks at him blankly and blows smoke at him.
Now punch.
Izu's name was a suggestion from me.
Yes.
Love it. I love little robots.
It's a Kamen
Hey.
Rider reference.
I figured as much, but still.
I mean,
Everything's a Kamen Rider reference if it isn't.
if he wasn't constantly on my case, I'd love him.
We're talking about the individual that is making me make a comment.
In any case. In any case, Punch, stop bringing your cigarettes.
Eh,
It messes with some of the electronics around here.
fine.
We don't want another accident.
Or
And also
or
second-
keep it in the garage.
And also secondhand smoke.
That too. That too, but it's hardly the least healthy lifestyle choice we've made.
The briefing.
Yes. Approximately 3 hours ago,
Ow.
there were reports of there was a noise complaint from a high-rise apartment in the Tomorrow district. Apparently, somebody heard loud glass shattering, followed by sounds of a struggle.
Excuse me.
That doesn't sound very Gucci.
It's going to sound less. They went to investigate. Apparently, they didn't wish to speak about what they found in the room. Moved it over the phone to the police. The police arrived and found a murder scene. The resident, one Jennifer Olston. Oh, fuck yeah, I got that wrong. Jennifer Oldstrong, my bad.
Close enough.
One Jennifer Oldstrong was murdered in her apartment. Her blood was used to paint this. He taps the keyboard, and a picture appears to be the wall of a building. There is a body slumped underneath a crudely painted drawing of a bird with its wings outstretched.
Oh, wonderful.
First it was bugs, now it's birds.
We're not sure. There haven't been any reports of red line activity in the area, and we have had no activity from any of their old haunting grounds. So, this seems to be something new. Once again,
Old haunting grounds of who? The bugs or the bird?
The red line, the bugs.
Oh, okay.
None of their old labs have been moved into, and we haven't found any new labs. There haven't been any Doru sightings in months.
Thankfully.
Jesus. So, whatever it is, it's something new. And unlike Red Line, it attacked rather discriminate. Nobody else was harmed, just this woman. So, the chief called us in because they can't find a means of entry. Apparently, this individual, whoever they are, was not on security cameras, was not picked up by any motion triggers, and managed to get in without picking any locks. The closest thing they've got to an entry point is a busted set of French doors out to a balcony,
It's always the French doors.
which is only slightly problematic, since this apartment is 50 stories up, and with no nearby buildings of similar height.
And anyone would have saw a flying creature, or presumably.
Normally, I'd agree with you, but
Can
it's
I,
been rather- but visibility is low right. It's the middle of winter. The snow hasn't been letting up very much.
Can
What
I
were you
make
saying,
a
Cam?
Do I recognize this symbol from anything, like, ever?
Roll pop culture.
Okay, fortunately, jack of all trades,
see-
so...
I have a eidetic memory. Would I have anything about this?
Roll it without the bonuses from eidetic memory, since you don't have the expertise for it.
Hey, what is is it just a flat roll for jack of all trades?
Jack of all trades would be an intelligence roll,
Oh,
since this is an expertise check. Soul, you have
So-
ranks in knowledge pop culture if you'd like to roll.
So I guess I'll just make an intellect roll.
Yes.
+2, maybe?
+8. Ooh. D20.
1d20 plus. Let's see if I remember the formula. Hey, I remember the formula. Nice. Well, I got above a 10.
nope.
fuck.
Oh,
Hey!
All right.
Leave it to the YouTube girl.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Night punch. You don't recognize it. It's not any. It doesn't look like any old mystic symbol or anything like that. It's too imprecise to be anything of that nature, and it doesn't look like. It just looks like a bird. There's millions of symbols of birds.
Yeah, there's a
You would
lot.
know.
Yeah.
7.
Amelie, you can kind of, sort of tell what it is. It looks familiar, which means it's probably pretty, maybe 10 years old, if that. Not sure, but you can't place it exactly. Shizu, you do know this symbol, at least sort of. It looks like a modified version of the symbol for a comic book superhero. Somebody by the name of Corvus, who is your typical. For our purposes, he's a Batman. Gadgets, fancy tricks, martial arts, the whole shebang.
sidekicks.
He,
They didn't last very long.
no real sidekicks aside from a trained bird.
Kaka.
But this looks like a variant of his symbol, but you don't know what. You can't tell if it's a variant you'd recognize or not. It doesn't look too familiar, but it doesn't look like the one from the comics. Not completely. Close enough to tell, but not perfect.
Whose symbol again?
A superhero called Corvus.
That
Shizu-
looks
A comic book superhero. This person is fictional.
Shizu, without even thinking, snaps and just blurts out, Corvus!
Huh?
Gesundheit.
Core. Why does that sound familiar?
It's an old comic book that my dad used to read.
Huh.
The symbol is that?
The symbol looks a little off, but it's definitely reminiscent of Corvus.
So great, we have a nostalgia critic murderer.
Or they wanted to get our attention.
Yeah, no one really liked the Corv credit card.
Why would they get our attention with an old comic book symbology?
Superheroes.
They are the one.
Maybe because we're superheroes?
Maybe. that's a bit of a stretch if I had to say anything.
In
Yeah,
any
but-
case, you guys should get moving soon. The snow will cover up any evidence on the balcony pretty soon.
Mm.
It's already not going. It's already going to be rather difficult. I'd rather it gets snowed over more. The tunnels are prepped and ready to go. There should be one that lets out not too far.
Wait, does this mean I get to show the new guy the thing?
What?
Yes.
thing? There's a thing.
Henshin.
Bright flash of light as a yellow and gold suited superhero stands in her place now.
Now that's the person from the picture, if ever you've seen him.
Wait, I can do this too. Henshin, and just flips up a hoodie and puts on a mask.
Hey, for that split moment of bright light, Amelie turned off her ability to see and then turned it back on after it was done.
I just
Also-
snapped my fingers and turned my hair purple.
Also,
I guess I should go get changed. Sadly, I don't have a fancy
Get you-
transformation.
Tyler will at least understand this. As Shizu put, like, the solar panel in, she stuck her left hand out in kind of a salute kind of thing in front of her while the belt activated.
Perfect.
But, like, it was going diagonal in front of her.
Wait,
You
hey,
all
new
get
kid.
prepared. I'll change into mission clothes.
Hey, new
Hey,
kid, can
Change
you
in the transport. Get
Mesmer
underway soon.
Mesmer uses illusions to make it look like she's using magic to summon a fancy staff, which is also just an illusion, and then also changes her outfit to be slightly more magic looking.
Do you have any means of fast transportation, Mesmer?
My
City-wide distances.
my servants can summon me.
But they're here.
True.
I'll get the big transport ready. Anybody who needs to change clothes normally, you are free to take your car if you wish. I'll open the tunnels.
pulls out keys and starts twirling as she walks?
Jesus, your bike should be ready to go.
This was what I was talking about.
Punch, would you mind if I write a view as per
Perfect.
usual?
Just remember, mind the upholstery.
Of course.
If you
Also,
spill
one
coffee
thing
in
I
it
will
again, you're catching a hook.
That was you who spilled the coffee.
What
She
thing
looks
I
at you
will
knowing
say-
how much of a liar you are.
One
Go
thing I
ahead.
will say, anyone who's near the bike will notice that it's covered in stickers.
Yeah, anybody who goes down to that garage sees that sticker-covered bike.
How do they stay on?
Magic.
Anime.
Yes.
Magic. Anime. Yes.
There's like a few Pokemon, some Digimon, and also a few more suited superheroes that vaguely look like Shizu.
Gross.
Now I'm in my battle suit. Yeah.
Now
right.
I'm in my battles.
So queuing up the fast travel down there via pods and bikes and cars.
Cue
Yeah,
loading
Secret
screen.
undergrounds. Basically, queue loading screen.
Wait, fuck. Scott, make the hints. Come up with hints.
I was trying, but I can't.
Power attack and precise attack are two different things, and they cancel each other out.
You really do, though.
No, they don't. That's accurate attack, Scott.
Shut.
The loading screen hints are all incorrect anyway.
You dare correct me? It's probably needed.
Correct me, it's probably needed.
No, it'd be like Doom hints, like to kill the Ravager, shoot it till it dies.
Basically.
Oh, there's the
I
Dude.
forgot that that's an actual.
There's
hint.
there's the car.
fun fact. I was actually in my area. I found one that was within vaguely my price range, and I almost dropped my entire life to buy it.
Please don't.
I was talked out of it because you can't afford to fix it. So I was like, oh, okay.
Vaguely within my price range, but you would have had to drop your whole life to buy it.
Yeah, I would have had to sell. I would have barely afforded it.
Oof.
That's not vaguely.
That's not vaguely within price range.
Cat,
You know,
learn English.
Any case. Pressing on.
Yeah, pressing.
Pressing on, the various vehicles emerge from ramps and tunnels beneath the city. You guys have to deal with the ever-present subway system running, but only for a split second before you're back above ground.
Gross.
And pretty soon you all do reach the apartment building with not too many issues. Like you said, the exits were pretty close. And you can see one of the lights is still on, despite it being well past midnight. That's probably your stop, given how high up it is. 50 stories.
Let me look up a thing real quick for me.
What are you looking up?
See how feasible it'd be to get up there with a grapple hook.
You move at normal speed. 30 feet per round or more if you have one.
You know there's stairs, right?
You know there's me, right?
You know there's an elevator, right?
Hey, look, I was just putting it out there in my own headspace.
Yeah, no, I get you. It probably is a good idea to know how fast you can move while swinging, but still.
And then there's me. I'm there already.
So we're trying to get up to.
50-story building.
Wait,
Or 50th
guys,
floor of a building. Yes?
Guys, portals. I have portals.
Scott, your power doesn't have portals. Remember, they close right behind you.
Oh,
Budget.
yeah. Forgot. We cut that out.
Yeah,
Shit.
for budget.
Personal
Well,
portals.
When Mesmer looks up there, she creates an illusion of a servant looking off of the top, and she yells up to the servant to summon her, and then the servant starts basically creates an illusion of a spell, which I then teleport to with my teleport via illusions.
How far does that go?
Up to 8 miles?
Okay.
Damn.
Okay, you have extended teleport.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, okay,
Mine goes-
just remember, if you try to extend teleport, it's a full round action in a combat. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're restricted to whatever the normal is.
Yeah, but it's not combat. So.
Yeah, no,
is
it's
a
not combat.
50
You're fine.
Wait.
All right, so I guess we'll take that.
50-floor
Where the
apartment
fuck
building?
did she go?
Yeah, it's a 50-story luxury penthouse apartment building type Tomorrow District, which is the
Oh.
weird futuristic place where you found like 2 different secret labs that are in the first game.
My power is meant to be secret, so I do make it look like I'm using magic rather than illusions.
Well,
Hot
let's
damn.
take the elevator, I guess.
Knight's already walking into the building.
I'd say, Scott, what's your character's name?
Grapple Force.
Wait, oh, you're still the child?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
my
didn't
bad.
get that from the descriptors?
I thought you were the rabbit. You said something about a rabbit.
No.
Okay.
We're working on that for something else.
Okay. I was like, Grapple, when you get up there, can you tell, Mesmer to not touch anything too important just yet?
I promise nothing.
As usual, as I followed my punch.
And I just.
So how are you
grapple
taking
up
the
to
elevator, or are
50th
you doing,
floor.
or are you doing something else?
Elevator.
I mean, I could bring someone with me. Think.
Me, priority, preferably.
Yeah, sure.
Are you an investigation fucking character?
Who?
Yes?
I am supposed to be an investigation character.
Everybody here is capable. Most people here, I think, are capable of some form of
Yeah,
investigation
you're gonna
at this
learn
stage.
something really cool about Rena in a little bit.
So as I'll give you guys a little bit of time, but to cover the guys in the lobby. Anybody who walked into the front door of the lobby, there are cops swarming the lobby.
Oh my.
Didn't you go up with Rena?
Yeah,
Well,
aren't you with me?
Oh, I didn't think you could do that.
No,
Scott
yeah.
said he can take one.
I
Oh,
can
okay.
take one person.
Alright, just engineer me up there.
Okay.
Erect in a teleporter.
So, Soul and Night Punch, there are cops all over the lobby. They look at you. A couple of them look at you and get ready to run over and like stop somebody coming into a crime scene before just stopping and giving you a brief salute.
Nods.
Salute back.
Everybody else is already upstairs.
I'm gonna assume the rest of these guys can fly or something. One of them walks up to you. He's dressed like your classic hard-boiled detective.
Yeah, they tend.
Suppose-
Yeah, something like that. I don't really know anymore. These kids.
Sounds about right. Detective Alex McLaughlin. Happy to make your acquaintance. Hand holds out his hand.
Shakes it. You know what they call me.
Dick.
Back punch and soul.
What's this guy thinking?
He's happy you're here. He is happy you're here because a lot of frustration. He seems stumped. He's happy, but otherwise, yeah, it's mostly frustration and then a bit of relief since you guys are here.
For leave.
Do you have mind reading?
Yeah.
It's basic mind reading in the form of like getting a tell on someone.
Dope.
It's heavy quotes mind reading.
So, what did you guys know about the scene?
Know that no
Calls the
locks were
elevator.
picked. Knows that no one saw it, the culprit go in, and that there's a bird painted on the wall in blood.
All I
Yep.
know is murder.
Yeah, that's all accurate.
Mordor.
That's all
There's
accurate.
been murder in Mordor.
Honestly, we haven't wanted to touch this place until you guys showed up. Never know with powers if we break something or move something, if that's gonna disrupt everything, you know.
Eh.
But we do think we have a means of entry, at least, from our initial observations. Those busted French doors. But how the hell did he get 50 stories up without anybody seeing him? Unless he came at a bad time in the blizzard or something.
I've seen weirder.
The people who made the noise complaint are still here. They're in the next room over. 510. 509 is the site. Only place we found any disturbance was their office in the back of the apartment. Seems like they were working on something. Desk lamp was still on.
Oh, that's starting to add up. Alright, let me
How do
go.
you figure?
Someone working on. Well, depends on what they were working on, but probably if it's something this
According to
weird.
background checks, they're an accountant for some some law firms down in the south side.
Interesting.
Don't know what they would have been working on at this late. No big cases or anything.
Well, I guess we better see.
Yes, so. I'll keep mine downstairs. Find anything, let us know.
Alrighty.
All right.
Goes-
While they're on their way up in the elevator, having that chat, people up in the up on the balcony, as you can see inside.
Oh shit, it's cold.
Oh, no shit, it's cold. There is a lot of snow on this balcony.
It's
You
not
see-
cold at all. I'm wearing nice warm clothes.
Make me a fortitude check, please. You are 50 stories up in rags in the middle of winter. Make me a fucking fortitude check.
But I have illusionary clothes. Let's see, dice rolls.
It'll help you with illusionary snow.
Illusions can't
I
fool
could-
the wind.
Yes, the wind. Yes. Funnily enough, since the wind is an inanimate object, it technically is immune to mind altering.
Ah, right.
It's exclamation mark. Sorry.
Be excited about it, Safety. A 6.
Oh,
You're dying.
excuse me while I actually check what the failure result is on that and try to continue the story real quick.
Well,
Because
Mesmer
I didn't fucking know. You're not dead. You're not dead.
You have frostbite. Congratulations.
In the first session.
You're exhausted. No, you're fatigued. You're fatigued. You're moving at half speed. All movement speeds. Sorry, wrong thing. It's laid out stupid. Yes, you are fatigued. You're at half speed right now. It'll go away if you can get warm.
Warm inside.
All right.
I don't know that I'm cold, so
How? That's
I will be
impossible.
right back.
I don't think illusions affect tactile.
fairly sure the all senses one was all senses. Like the other all senses thing, the concealment specifically says it doesn't. I didn't see that on the illusion one.
Fair. I might have been thinking of that. I just remember that was a thing on some of that all sensory bullshit. So yeah, it would make sense. Doesn't mean you would know that you wouldn't know that you're not cold.
Oh
Really
man,
cold.
my
Yeah,
toes are
I'm just-
gone. That's fucking whack.
I'm tricking my senses. Like,
In a terrible, terrible fashion. Yes. I don't even need to try to kill you. You're gonna kill yourself.
by the way,
fire environmental shit.
by the way, since this is technically one of my complications, my addiction to illusions.
Oh
Do I
no,
get that?
you got a hero point because you did get a bonus on that fucking check and had to make it due to cold. So you have 1 hero point on top of the one you already had
All right.
from the whole weakness to illusion bullshit. So
Wait. So
yes, your reliance on illusions has hurt you. So yes, get
Well,
1 hero point.
it's So I've gained 1 hero point from.
You have 2. You have 2 hero.
Okay.
You have 2 at this moment.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, everybody else has 1. You have 2.
Everybody gets one.
So I better know Scott's door.
I'm back.
I didn't realize you were gone.
Yeah, I
Get
said I
the
had to go pee.
memes.
Anyway, so snow-covered
Just-
balcony, the busted doors. Looking into the room, you can actually see a few things that weren't explicitly noted during the briefing. There is a ceiling lamp that is also broken, light bulb and all. There's a desk lamp that's still on. The desk doesn't appear to have been shifted or anything. It doesn't appear to have been moved. The bookshelf that was in front of the wall, a bookshelf appears to have been resting in front of the wall with the blood drawn on it, but that got knocked over. The victim is splayed out on top of it.
Ah, disgusting.
Yes.
Well, and as Amity cycles, she just kind of readjusts the hand part of her suit. Well, as case goes, check the body first, scenery later. And Amelie walks up towards the corpse.
I'm
And
just going to start
further,
fiddling
and
with my.
because I you guys might want to know stuff about just the room itself. The room it's decorated badly. I'm going to assume because I have no interior decorating sense. Red carpet, black walls. A couple
Does
of pictures, most of which are like shitty artwork. Like even you can tell this is something that somebody bought to look intelligent, that kind of thing.
Is everyone in the room, or are we still waiting on the people in the elevator?
The elevator people are outside in the hallway right now.
Okay. Well, I'm
You'd
just
like to
going
go
to be frustratedly fiddling with my bracelets, yelling at them to work.
I am instructing my servants to search the area for anything interesting.
All right.
Please don't move around too many things.
All right, everybody. What are you doing during this investigation?
I am investigating the corpse to see the exact method of death.
Okay.
Murder.
Roll me real quick investigation, Aaron.
All right, that's not a bad roll, I would say.
It is a bad roll. Screw you.
Not bad.
That's quite good.
It's terrible.
You were looking specifically for the cause of death?
Yes.
Cause of death is repeated blunt force trauma.
I'm
Oh.
actually going to say that.
Multiple broken ribs, a fractured skull, and what looks like they got thrown into something back first at least once. One of their shoulder blades is cracked.
Any signs of sexual violence?
None whatsoever.
This is
Victim is fully clothed.
this is Tyler we're talking about.
That is a fair point.
Doesn't mean I can't ask.
That is a very good point.
I've watched a lot of SVU.
There is some non-lethal bruising as well. Bruises around the throat. There are some bruises around the throat, indicating that they were held and dragged around by that part,
Gross.
along with lacerations.
With
How
flesh.
deep?
Depends on what part of the body is lying face up right now. The lacerations on the front of their body actually aren't too severe. But turning them over, or looking under them, trying to, that is a lot of blood. And a lot of cuts. Jagged and They're jagged and in no particular pattern.
So whipped.
No, cut. Looks like our murderer had lots of fun with our guest here. Or the host, I should say.
Aaron, roll me a real quick investigation, please,
Yay.
Die.
to confirm that little thesis.
$25.
The cuts were made with similar but not identical instruments. Same type of cut, different. It's kind of like multiple blades from the same set.
Mesmer, check all the silverware.
All right.
Check all the silverware.
I have my servants check the silverware.
No signs of recent use.
Hmm.
There's not even a knife set in the kitchen.
Fucking animals.
Fuck is that?
Meanwhile, out in the hallway,
I'm gonna
do
go.
you guys want to head in, or would you like to do something else?
I'm gonna go talk to those witnesses.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with.
To make sure they don't get too intimidated.
I'm not gonna intimidate witnesses.
Not yet, cracks knuckles.
You knock on the door at 5:10. The woman who answers is old, but
Yeah.
very clearly, like, think normal comic book Aunt May old, but very pale. Looks a little shell-shocked as well. Yes, what can I do for you? Oh,
We're.
is it Halloween? I thought Halloween was over.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I can assure you this is my uniform.
Where are those superheroes?
Oh, from the news.
Yep.
Yes. Common Rider Soul at your service. We're here because we're investigating your next door apartment.
Such a noisy woman. Such a noisy young woman. Who breaks 2 glasses in the middle of the night?
What is she thinking right now?
She appears... senile. She's telling the truth, it seems. Seems she did hear what she's telling you she heard.
Mm.
She's a bit out of it.
Did you hear
Ma'am,
any?
how do we
Let me. Saul, let me lead the fucking investigation. I could read minds. So, did you hear any noises before the glasses?
No. Just
Hmm.
just the loud sounds of, I suppose, champagne glasses shattering on the floor. Large champagne glasses might have been a glass in the bottle.
The woman, what do you know about her?
She was quite the shut-in for as long as I knew her. Always went out at the same times. Not always for work, it seemed like. Who calls someone in at midnight? But otherwise, she didn't talk much with her neighbors. Least of all me.
And what
Baked
do you,
her cookies when she got here.
what did she do for a living?
I didn't talk to her much, so I don't know.
I'm assuming all that was true.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is all true. It's a little cloudy how much of it is
Yeah, that's fair.
100% accurate, but she seems to be telling what she believes to be true.
She has Alzheimer's.
Do you know the victim's
Muffin
name?
Some of the people who came to visit her called her Jenny.
And who are these people?
I don't know. They were just very loud folks who would occasionally show up for some type of party or the other. I heard them through the wall.
Did you
She's
ever
an escort.
shut the fuck up?
No,
I mean, to be fair, he didn't hear what her job was because the detective told these two.
red carpet, black walls,
Fair, but
no knives.
did you ever hear anything strange with these guests? Like any particular quotes that rung out?
Harder.
God damn it.
Shut up.
They kept mentioning another name. Eileen, I believe it was.
Eileen. Hmm.
Yes, but nobody ever responded to the name.
Soul
They don't
takes
leave when they said it.
Probably because they're gay.
Could I roll Jack of all trades to see if that name, if any of these names ring a bell, like in that criminal underworld or anywhere?
I'm
Or
going to say no for right now because you don't have enough information to go.
right.
Do I
You've got some first names. You have
Um,
you have a full name, a nickname which appears to be for the same person, and a first name.
Okay.
Soul
Soul.
pulls out her phone and opens the notes app and writes down these important names.
Okay.
Yes, and
Come on, Eileen.
They were just having really hard karaoke with one song.
Anyways,
Everyone really likes that song.
well, thank you for your time, ma'am.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
No problems, dearie. If you stick around, I'll make cookies.
We're pretty busy, but if we're in, so we're gonna have to take a pass on that one. But thank you anyways.
But cookies.
There's a murder. We don't have time.
Afterwards.
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
the cookies aren't going anywhere, dearie.
We're just going to bring Grandma here down into the super base to make cookies.
Pretty much.
Yeah, don't you know every secret lair needs a grandma?
Yes.
A grandma or a butler, one of the two.
So I'm gonna say
grandma.
good day to. I'm gonna say adieu to these people, to this nice old lady, and I'm gonna go over to the actual room and
Okay.
meet with Amelie.
Walk in, see me looking over a corpse. Yes.
Me
these cuts are made out
screaming at my bracelets while incessantly poking at them.
Yep, so nothing new.
these
Aside
cuts are
from-
made out of cuts.
Aside from that, you see the same extra details that weren't mentioned. The turned over bookcase, the broken light, the shattered door, and the desk.
Do I see any broken glass?
You do, actually. There is some broken glass on the floor, middle of the room.
What was it?
Slurp.
Make me a quick investigate check.
Yep. That is.
Anybody wants to help with any rolls, go right ahead.
I just got the mental
I'm just
image.
sitting here trying to release my ult.
How would I attempt to assist?
You
Is
roll
that
the same. You roll the same thing. DC is 20, and if you succeed, you give them a circumstance bonus.
Cool.
Does it always have to be rolling the same thing, or can you
It
hope?
has to be. It has to be investigation unless you argue something.
Damn.
Motherfuckers.
Wow.
Aaron,
I got
You- Aaron, you actually made this harder. So, Night Punch, what are you
Aaron,
trying
I
to? What are
swear to
you
God.
kind of trying to do?
I
What are
like
you trying to do with this broken
squat
glass?
down and I'm trying to like mentally piece it together like what this was, and I'm assuming Amelie comes up, tries to do the same thing but kicks it.
Amelie does a little bit more than kick it, unfortunately. She's so focused on trying to see these pieces of glass, trying to figure out how they piece together, what they went have been. She doesn't see the one under her foot.
Oh, I was thinking she accidentally pushes me into it.
And then she falls over into it.
Ow.
It's
You
minor.
die.
It's very minor injuries. You're not taking any minuses to toughness or
That's
anything.
saying like.
But
It's saying
that,
no,
but
no
that
one
glass
hears-
is all mixed up. Glass goes flying a little bit. It's a little harder to see where it all was.
she's not screaming, but she is definitely looks uncomfortable.
Mesmer and all of her servants laugh at you a little bit.
I give you the bird and stand up.
Fucking
What bird?
nice. Shut the fuck up, Scott.
Pulls out glass. Pulls out glass.
Thanks
So,
for ruining evidence. So what'd you find from the corpse?
that the assailant had took their time with the deed. Quite roughed them around. Nothing sexual, but this was not just a regular old murder. This had a lot of emotion behind it. That, as if the pulls out another glass, slight flinch, as if the blood stained picture didn't already kind of take that message.
Yeah. The old lady next door said she had people coming over here all the time, and there was a lot going on. So this was definitely not just a random. This was definitely building up.
A woman with many visitors, cheap decor.
She's not a whore.
She's not a whore.
I wasn't going to say that, Punch.
Damn it.
I'm reading mine. You absolutely were, weren't you?
Yeah.
Any other threads you'd like to tug on?
Amelie's gonna check to see, or attempt to check to see how the door was taken down. Because
Okay.
French doors are pretty fucking sturdy.
I'm also gonna look.
Well, at first glance, just without any perception or investigation checks, whatever busted this door down busted down both halves of it. You know how French doors have that strut in the middle of them where the two doors meet? That
Yep.
kind of
It's
thing?
not there.
That is shattered. Along with most of the glass windows on the door.
Either this woman somehow incurred the wrath of the entire riot division of the police department, or the murderer we're dealing with is quite a strong fellow.
It wouldn't be the first time we've seen something like that.
This flashes back to Aaron's first character getting nearly Goomba stomped.
I'm gonna look to see if there's any anything when they broke through the door, if anything got caught, or any they left any trace whatsoever of what their true nature is.
Okay.
And I'm going to be looking to where the structure.
God
is
damn!
most.
2 4s. God damn.
3 11s.
To be fair, that top 11 just speaks to how much better an investigation Aaron is.
Yeah, just you wait.
And Amelie will be looking for where the worst damage to the door was done, to try and vaguely piece together were these fists, were these a machine, what happened.
Mesmer will decide that all this investigating is boring and will send her servants away, replacing them with clones of herself that actually look like clones, and then she'll split up and search the rest of the building to see if there's anything interesting.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I just play with my bracelets a little more, and then say "finally," and the thing.
I'm hero pointing that.
Okay, go ahead and hero point.
Wait,
that,
can I
Aaron.
look? Can I look my roll too? Let me see here if I have luck.
I don't think you have luck, but you do have a hero point.
Wow, I actually didn't take luck for once.
23.
Yeah, fucking once. Okay, Aaron. What exactly were you looking for?
I was trying to try and guesstimate how the door was exactly taken down.
Something big smashed into the middle. The fracture on the center is pretty centralized, and the glass that you can see that wasn't just shattered, it looks like, seems to be spider-webbed out from the center. So whatever happened, something big hit them. Something rather large hit the middle of this door.
It's like a rhino charged through, or maybe a few.
Hyperbole. Were you going to hero point your roll, Night Punch, or are you going to leave it be?
I'm gonna leave it be for now. I think there's probably more important roles to try.
Well,
What?
actually, Aaron gave you a little bit of help.
No.
As Amelie noted that whatever hit this thing hit it dead center. So you start looking around that. You actually do find something. Not a lot of something, but you do find scraps of cloth.
Goo.
Pulls out tweezers, picks it up.
Can't tell what it is at a glance.
I can look at that closely.
Two if you can.
Back the fuck
Hey,
off,
someone
Aaron.
else has microscope?
Scott. Since Scott hasn't done anything, let's give Scott this, if he wants it.
I mean,
Scott, your bracelets finally give you a response.
yeah.
Insufficient insufficient data to reconstruct. Please acquire additional data. Sensors online.
What's he trying to
I
reconstruct?
thought that whole power was set to affect others.
No, just that one bit, and you still don't have enough. So, continue investigation. But you do have the right senses to try and to attempt something on this thing, Scott, if you would like.
The piece of cloth.
The piece of cloth. Because last night, if I remember correctly, you had analytical sight.
And microscopic.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Scott wanted to add some sensory powers. He wanted to become good at investigating
Wow,
things, just so he's not just a grab.
I didn't mean to intrude on anyone else's.
You
space.
literally.
Sorry.
God damn it,
How about
you
both?
fucking.
Hang on, Scott, roll to aid. Aaron, roll investigation.
Like shit. It's like,
I'm
haha,
okay with that.
I can microscopic vision. Haha, portal go zoom.
Well, here's the thing, Aaron. You can technically get better microscopic vision than Scott can. Scott's locked
Yeah.
and doesn't have any good combat senses.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go straight to atomic size.
You see atoms.
Oh no, wait, yeah, I probably shouldn't do atoms.
Yeah, no. Dial it back a bit. Specs.
Let's start at dust-sized objects and go from there.
All right. So, if you win the check, and it would have been okay, Aaron. So make your check, and if it would have been,
Investigation?
yep, and if your results aiding Scott would have been better than whatever Scott gets, would have been better than your result without Scott aid. Okay,
Yes.
you have
Another
the roll is fucking identical
Yep.
for if you aid Scott. So between the two of you, since there are two of you, I lowered it a bit. You do figure out this is pretty mundane cloth, pretty high end mundane cloth, but it's something you'd see at like a designer's suit store. In fact, Aaron, you have seen this type of cloth very recently. When you look back over at the victim, same type.
Ow.
Indeed.
May I see this for a moment? Her thing speaks, and she currently can't hear at the moment, so she's just going to motion for the cloth in her hand.
I hand it over.
Immediately goes over towards the victim and compare contrast.
And I'll help too.
I'm gonna go over to the ceiling fan. It's
The light, yeah.
yeah.
That poor fan.
Soul, just so that you can help if you want, because I know you're considering there. One of your solar panels starts beeping at you. The build one.
Oh ho ho.
The build one.
Remember, Soul's transformations are all based on other riders. This one's based on Build, who is known for being a genius.
Let's start the experiment.
I'm assuming you transform the same way, shaking it and then inserting it.
When
Yeah,
it shakes up like
slightly.
a Coke bottle?
Yes, shaking
as
it like
Kamen
like a
Rider
pop
turns
pop.
into a fourth investigative character.
At this point, I'm gonna start
Yeah.
fucking swinging. I had that to start. Before any of you fuckers.
To be fair, I kind of brought this on both of us because I mentioned this game had investigative stuff.
God damn it.
Well, it's better than one person having to do all the legwork, and then your your two like fours would have fucked you over even worse.
To be fair, even before Tyler told me about that, I was planning on doing something similar.
So
That night never got an investigative vibe of a knife punch, so I didn't think I'd be stepping. on
Because
toes
we were
with my
fighting
entire
bugs all the
character.
time.
Yeah, I admit.
I
Anyway,
could.
I didn't take any investigation stuff.
So,
So-
Mesmer, what do you do? Magic.
we'll get to Mesmer after Soul and presumably Bozo over here, sorry, Fake France over here, investigate the ceiling. So Soul shakes the thing. It actually does make the full bottle noise, which means it just sounds like something. It sounds like somebody shaking up a soft drink.
Rabbit, Tank, are you ready?
Yes, loud transformation noises in the middle of this, which, Mood Whiplash is my best friend. But yes, you do
Soul,
you do the
please.
classic transformation. Soul transforms into their odd-looking blue and red striped form.
There's a dead woman 20 feet. There's a dead woman 10 feet from you.
I can't help it, the Soul Driver just kinda does this.
I hope you.
Yes, it does. It would have done the transformation effect even if she didn't want it to.
I don't think I've seen my character's seen this form before.
You have. They used it at the
Have
power
I?
plant.
Oh,
Yeah, they used
I
it a little
barely
bit at the
remember
power.
the power plant.
Yeah, you were unconscious for half of it, almost.
Yeah.
But in
Um,
any case,
I
It was
officially
Mood
hit.
It was Mood Whiplash back then.
yeah, it is all. Kamen Riders are usually Whiplash in anything that isn't over the top.
I've officially
Anyway.
hit
In it-
dark night punch levels of apathy.
My apologies. In any case, Soul, you definitely feel smarter, or at least
I
feel like you can think faster.
I gained like 10 brain cells.
No, it's that fucking Chen comic. I'm stupid faster.
You now have your intelligence is increased to 8. I'll put it that way.
So basically, I'm just imagining the investigation scenes from Drive where he's slowly putting
Yep.
things together.
Bingo. You basically have very, very mild Sherlock scan.
I have an into T.
Am I gonna have to roll for this?
You are still going to have to roll for shit. Roll investigation to investigate whatever in the room. If you want to help Scott, he's investigating the ceiling light. Aaron just finished comparing the two clothes to each other. They match. Anybody else investigating anything? Or do you want to know anything else that's in the room?
Form. Sorry, I had to open.
Yeah,
the
no worries.
shit.
Yeah, no worries. The penalties of morph. Alright. So who's investigating what?
Oh, I'm gonna go look through her drawers to see if I find any important paperwork.
Well, I'll give you a freebie on that one. You open the first drawer. There's a gun in it. There's
And
a
a
hand.
gun!
There is a hand.
Investigation plus 10. D20.
20. Are you helping Scott out with the light?
Yep.
All right, both of you roll your investigations.
Maybe we can rub our brain cells together long enough
To get something out of this. Now, specifically, what part of the light are you looking at? Are you looking at the light, or are you looking at the glass that was under the light?
Holy fucking shit!
Another fucking 11, but
I
also
rolled
a nat 1.
20.
Yeah, I know. So that's successful aid. Okay. So, you guys get a lot of information.
I'd
Night
be
Punch, I will
angry
tell
if
you what you find in the drawers in a second.
As Tyler is like, what specifically are you looking at? I roll a nat 20. Yes.
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 You are looking
Yeah,
at everything.
So, between the two of you, between the analytical senses, the fast thought, the near genius level intellect on one side.
And the weird bracelets doing everything for me.
Exactly.
Fucking
You
wow.
guys figure out a couple of things. One, whatever broke this light came from the direction of the French doors.
That's helpful.
The other thing you find out, the light is everything is broken in the light. The bulb, the head, everything. The only light in this room actually is the desk lamp, which doesn't appear to have broken and appears to have been on for a while. And finally, on the floor, there is the glass. It's a bit spread around, but you know one thing. You do notice something. This is definitely enough glass for the lamp. Nowhere near enough to be from that door.
Oh.
None of these pieces are anywhere near big enough.
Telekinesis.
I'm going to.
There's also something else you notice. Scott, with your extreme analytical senses,
Yes.
it's really hard to spot in the red carpet, like really hard. But thankfully, a friend of yours just gave you something to compare it to. There's blood in the carpet. A lot of it.
A lot of
There's a bit from where Mute hurt herself, but there's quite a bit more elsewhere. It's a very slight discoloration just from the color of this carpet, but it is there.
This is
excuse me.
probably disgusting.
Very much so.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Yes, it is very much disgusting. There's
Next,
blood all over the floor.
Is all the red carpet
no,
just
what?
floor as blood?
Not
What?
all.
What was she hanging 10?
I don't get it.
Was she hung from the ceiling fan?
Ah,
There's not a fan. It's just like a ball. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's like a hemisphere of light. It's
I
like
don't
a
know why I
hemisphere of
thought
light.
it was a fan.
I
Oh.
don't know why you did either. I didn't mention a fan.
Oh, she got slam dunked into that shit.
Over at the desk, the most notable thing on the desk is her computer, which is still open. It's a laptop. In a few of the drawers, there are various financial records for the business she works at, Herman and Schultz Law.
Hmm.
It's all mostly up and up.
What's on the laptop?
A password.
Shit. 1111111. Shit. 1111112.
Hmm.
Shit.
This door is a bitch.
If you would like to investigate the desk further, you can.
I
See if you
will.
can find she hid. All right, roll me investigation. What is the dynamic duo doing?
Who's dynamic?
Those two.
The ceiling light boys. Or girls.
This is not gonna be pleasant.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna start-
see,
Mesmer, just so that you do not feel completely left out, you are next door having a very nice spot of cookies and tea.
Ah, right.
Mesmer gets cookies, but we don't. I see how it is.
There's cookies.
Mesmer has 7 presents and a hell of a lot of deception.
There's
Yeah, the rest of yours are kind of getting, like, shoved out the front door.
We got cookies later.
No, like, cops are pushing you out. Like, any of your duplicates who decided, I'm going to go to the lobby, are immediately let out of the building.
Why are we? I've escorted the same child out 5 times. I have too.
Teleporters.
Fucking teleport.
Didn't I already throw you out? I don't know. I'm drunk.
I'm not as drunk as you drunk.
I imagine one of my board duplicates goes and finds a hobo to talk to outside.
Oh God.
The hobo happens to be.
You
the
lose
murderer.
contact with one of your duplicates.
I'm a stabby hobo.
If there's any,
Comedically.
if there's any hobos out in this web,
I have mental link, so I would know what
Yes.
happened to them.
Oh, yep, you lost contact. They got shanked.
Ah,
They got shanked by a hobo who definitely wasn't looking in the same direction with both of his eyes.
it's third
Sounds
time
like
this
my
week.
Minecraft character.
well, that hobo probably saw an interesting sight as my illusion shattered and turned into like glowing butterflies before disappearing.
You're pretty sure that guy was high 7 ways to the wind. He is fucking... That's normal. That's the most normal thing he's seen all night.
Anyway,
Anyway. So, what is the terrific trio doing while while you guys roll out on Night Punch what she found?
I'm going to analyze the body for.
Oh, say I've been just analyzing the cloth comparison and just getting
You have figured out
further-
it is all you've figured out is that it is most likely from the same garment.
anything I get from cellular sized.
It has her cells on it.
I was specifically going to look for glass shards in the body.
Go for it.
And
What
those
about
holes that Aaron found?
3 ranks for DNA and complex molecules?
Her DNA.
Any other different DNAs?
Nothing significant. Nothing that you wouldn't get from like just being around a human and it's so messy and muddled. It's like dead skin cells, basically.
Yeah, yeah, I can't
She
go
appears.
that far
She
down.
she most likely wore this to work.
All right. Amelie. For anyone who's looking at Amelie during all this, she just seems super in the zone. And by the time fucking Portal Girl's doing her thing, Amelie's just like blinks back to existence. Like, well, it's somehow the same material as hers and her DNA, and she.
Information logged. Scott, your bracelet says that.
Yes.
Meanwhile, over with Desk Boy,
Desk
you,
girl.
you found a few things of note. One, that gun hasn't been fired, but it has been moved. There are recent. You can see what look kind of like fingerprints. You dust for them a little bit,
Hmm.
and they're recent, like this night recent, but it has not been fired. You also find taped to the up underside of one of the drawers, a sheet has a series of random numbers on it.
Do I recognize
a-
this?
It's a random string of numbers on a sheet taped underneath her, that was taped underneath one of her drawers.
Her Pornhub account.
I'm going to plug those into the computer and the password.
It loads you to the home page. It appears that she was working on something. Looks like more financial records.
For whom?
Same group. Herman and Schultz Law.
Can I roll Jack of all trades to see if now they're up and up. That's the thing, though. They're just a law firm.
Yeah, as far as you are aware, they are
But
just a law.
I do have my next lead.
And that would be
That law firm.
okay. You do find one other thing looking through the drawers for the password. Looks like a day planner.
Oh. What did she schedule?
It's pretty normal, alphabet inconsistent stuff about work, various meetings, setting aside time to do work from home, things like that. One of the most consistent things that starting from the front, there is something labeled Eileen's with Jack and Hannah, and that seems to continue every couple weeks until it just starts being mentioned as Eileen's. But it is
Huh.
every other week. It is basically every other Sunday.
Jack the Ripper.
Eileen's with Jack and Hannah. Okay, so
Jesse's girl.
Scott, stop.
I didn't do that. That was Aaron.
What?
Who said
Would you
Jesse's
like to-
girl?
Would you like to roll anything else? Or check anything else?
I'm gonna roll just a general investigation to see if I pick up anything else from this whole shebang.
Okay. Well, one more for the desk. Meanwhile,
One for the desk.
Scott, did you or did you not roll for autopsy over
I
there?
have not rolled yet.
Roll for that. Night Punch, there's nothing else of real note on the desks. One picture appears to depict
damn.
her with quite a few people in suits in front of a building. Looks like it's a little unprofessional to be like a work photo, but
May I aid Portal Girl in this?
yeah, you can go for it.
Yeah,
Even though they got
You
pretty
got a
freaking
20
good.
Nice.
you
be
see
fair,
things way smaller than you.
So you are looking for something to. You're using your new information to try and add to that autopsy.
Yes.
Well, you find something. Well, you certainly do find something different. There is glass embedded in them. It's pretty deep, so you didn't see it when you were just looking them over for causes of death, and it doesn't seem to have been what killed them. But it definitely caused some pretty heavy. There's a fair number of large glass shards embedded in the back.
Amelie's gonna take some time to look at the woman's hands.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Are they covered in blood?
No. Aside, one was resting sort of in a puddle, but other than that,
Well, all the evidence is pointing to somehow she broke into her own apartment, smashed everything up, died, and then someone else painted? This is getting confusing.
Unless
Scott,
she
if you
was-
would like to roll a post, if you would like to roll that sense, you can. Roll me if you would like to roll a d20.
No, I actually have enough information to try.
You have enough
Boy.
information to try. I'm not telling you it's going to work. It's a flat d20 check.
Oh, it's a flat d20 check.
Yep. I changed it to requires evidence instead of requires investigation.
No,
'Cause,
you
yeah,
good.
help.
You know,
So-
this would be a lot easier if I could pull out one of her bones, but
It's currently frozen. Give it a sec.
15's not
partial
bad.
partial reconstruction available.
Huh.
Please point towards center of scene.
Just put my point the wrist towards the.
You all see the room. Well, the room darkens slightly. Well, doesn't need to. It's in the exact same lighting it was in. Never mind that bit. So,
Yeah.
in the middle of the room, you see this blue flash of light that spreads throughout the room. And blue wireframe figures appear.
we're
One
in
is-
detective mode.
There we go. One is positioned sitting at the desk. The other one is positioned outside on the balcony. Based on there's a lot of missing parts here. It seems to jump around a fair deal.
Oh, this is
I.e.,
new.
the figure is standing out on the balcony, and then suddenly he's in the room. The light shatters before he enters. At least it appears. The light shatters. The digital light, that is. The figure at the desk moves to stand up, and the other figure, one that seemed to warp into the room via a strange time jump, starts beating the crap out of him. It's rather the wounds he's delivering seem rather consistent with the wounds that you observed. And towards the end of the recording that you have, he throws them towards the French doors. Back first.
I'm going
The
to.
recording stops.
Well,
I'm gonna go look out the balcony and see like if there was a place where it looked like a person slammed into the ground.
You're walking. The balcony is covered in snow. You step outside.
Ah, damn. Like okay,
Hey.
so
It is covered in freshly fallen snow.
hey, you know what you can do, Cat?
hmm.
You're immortal, so if you jump,
I'm hiding that fact. I'm not going to reconstruct the murder with my own fucking body.
but you're
Well-
the perfect test subject.
Nobody
Yeah,
here
remind you
knows
people,
this.
The body is still in the room.
Yeah, say, as Amelie seeing this, like, I need to have a talk with that woman. Amelie just kind of stands up and brushes herself off. And punch.
Yeah.
Did the old woman you talked to say that this woman was the only resident?
Yes. Well, she meant it. Yeah, she meant that this was the only person. Yeah, but she did say there was people constantly coming over. And also, she's got this. And I hold up the planner. Apparently, she's been meeting with an Eileen and Jack for a while now.
Since you're holding up a planner, I'm going to say it was Jack and Hannah at Eileen's.
Jack and Hannah, Eileen. Yes.
So, this is Eileen's. Presumably.
You
Or-
do know the name of the person who owns this apartment.
What was her
Their
name?
name was Jennifer Oldsworth.
Yeah. No, this isn't. Yeah.
No. So Eileen's place is different. The
Does she have a
the
phone?
man was in here. Yeah, check her pockets. Yeah.
I put on
There,
rubber glove, checker pocket.
she has her phone. It's
Probably.
cracked, but she has it.
I'm gonna
Can you, like, use your crazy eyes or whatever to see what the password is?
That's not how that works.
When you go to open it expecting the password, turns out she's one of those people who just doesn't put passwords on her phone.
Oh, how convenient. Be careful swiping the screen, that'll just cut you.
Here, let me do it. I got gloves on.
Alright.
They did have gloves.
I'm going to, I'm gonna go looking through her contacts and all the relevant and pictures.
You do that, I'm gonna check out the rest of the apartment, and
There,
she's...
there's not a lot of pictures. What pictures there are just appear to be of, like, the occasional vacation picture with very few other people in them. Pictures of, like, monuments and such. The contact list is relatively sparse. In fact, you don't see any of those 3 names on it. This appears to be, given the fact that it has Herman and Schultz on it, this appears to be either her work phone or something she uses for work more than for that group of friends.
Amelie's gonna look for... oh no. Portal, check the bathroom. I'm gonna see what's going on in the bedroom.
Who?
You.
Or Grapple. That's it, my bad. Grapple, if you could check the bathroom for anything weird. I'll check the bedroom, see if she has anything revealing. Soul?
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I just kind of spaced out there for a moment.
No, you're fine, I understand. I know we don't really run into gestures to the corpse this very often.
I also apologize for my driver since,
Yeah,
Oh, noises.
you're fine. Just Soul, how about you come help me with searching the bedroom? If it's
If anybody would like to spend a hero point for a flash of inspiration, you can.
I will spend this point.
damn it,
You remember that was a thing, right?
I forgot edit scene was a thing.
And not even edit scene, you can ask a GM a question.
Oh.
Or ask him just for advice.
Ask GM question. Who did it?
By the way, since I'm with the neighbors anyway, do they know anything?
I already
Can
asked.
I
Just the noise complaint thing. They mentioned hearing two distinct crashes, followed by the sounds of a struggle.
You spend the hero point for inspiration.
So, knowing she was thrown... So she was thrown from this building, right?
No,
I should mention the balcony is rather sizable. She was thrown through the French doors out onto the balcony.
Oh.
That seems to be what happened, considering her body is still up here.
BRB at the bathroom.
Okay.
No.
I thought you were investigating the bedroom.
God damn it.
Dude.
Okay, so she wasn't just thrown from the balcony and then brought back up.
Oh, my back.
Okay, so I'm gonna check the snow. Or what do you think I should? Okay, since I'm spending a hero point for this, what do you think the question? What do you think I should be investigating? What information am I not at yet?
All right. Things you might want. You still don't have any clue who this Eileen is, and you've only ever heard it referred to either as muffled through a wall or as a possessive Eileen's, which means it's likely referring to a place.
Right.
You're also still missing a few things out of the reconstruction. There is that brief time from the guy is standing outside to the guy is beating the shit out of her in the middle of the room. She is sitting at her desk before that, and he is outside.
Alright, what's
That is sort of your leads.
Ah, of course I miss it.
Yeah,
Would you like to hear it, Aaron?
Please.
Okay. You still don't know what Eileen's is. You've never heard it really referred to as a person. It sounds like a place. Eileen's. You're also missing a piece of the reconstruction. She is sitting at her desk at the start. The guy is outside. I'm just guy. He is standing outside, and then there is a cut.
No.
where it's clear time is passing, but you don't know. Did he go away from his thing again?
Who?
Never mind. I thought that was your end.
Aaron,
So
I have
nothing.
What?
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Hero point it and
Okay.
and figure and like see if the phone has its tracking history and it tracks where she's been for the last like forever.
I already spent a hero point.
You
Aaron doesn't
fucking
have any hero points.
I
I
have
will
to
say,
go
I will,
spend-
I will. Okay. Since you spent the hero point, I've already given you a lot, and I would like to move scenes at some point or another. The
No.
balcony, and the desk, and a little bit of extra detail for Scott, since he's still been looking around in here. That blood you saw on the carpet forms a
Yep.
trail.
Gross.
It appears as though somebody was dragged.
I follow the trail.
It leads to the French doors. Assuming you start at the body.
Sure.
You start at the body, and it leads to the French doors.
I'm not there to say anything, but maybe someone should look up this Eileen's place and see if they can find it on Google or something.
If anybody would like to try and figure this out.
The classic spooky tactic of Googling. Why have we never thought of this?
God, my
Would
one
any of
power.
Soul, would you like to
Wait, what?
Google Eileen's
Google
place.
Eileen's and see what happens?
Meanwhile,
You do get a result.
That's fucking stupid. What?
It appears to be a cocktail lounge.
Well, we have a place.
Cock.
shut the
Ha
fuck up, Scott.
Please roll, Soul. Since you looked that up, please roll. Fuck, that's Amelie's sheet. I'm trying to remember what it was named on there. Like city knowledge or pop culture or whatever. City knowledge. Roll city knowledge.
I'll help you.
Give me a sec.
I would know all the places where beer happens.
Go for it.
So it's just
Your
basic.
city knowledge. Your city knowledge should be +10.
Meanwhile,
Mine?
fucking Amelie's just
Yeah,
doing
yours.
Is
You're in
there
Biltmore, remember?
Oh yeah.
is there a bedroom in this apartment?
No, Aaron. There's no bedroom in the apartment. There is a bedroom.
Goddamn.
There is a bedroom. It appears rather innocuous, and it doesn't look like much happened.
It could have been a studio apartment.
That is fair, but then you would have also found the kitchen in the same room as the office.
Fair point.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so despite Night Punch being supremely unhelpful and pointing out one in Europe, you do
Fine.
actually you have actually been here before. You have been to Eileen's a couple times.
Me?
Yes, you on business. You ever
Yes.
heard? You know that bad guy bar trope.
It's
This is
that.
like that. This is like that, but for mob bosses. This is your upper echelon white collar criminal / mob boss / under incognito supervillain club. At least at night. You also remember a fun fact. It is in fact still run by somebody named Eileen.
The plot twist that is Eileen is like a title.
The plot twist.
I'm not going to say nothing. I do like the idea though, so we're rolling with it.
You have to have one leg shorter than the other.
Well then, yo, we got a destination.
Scene still incomplete. You do have a destination, but if you'd like to finish the investigation, one of you headed out to the balcony, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
I think. Did Scott? I think Scott followed it out, didn't he?
Yeah. No, I followed the opposite direction.
No, you started at the body and walked along the blood trail, right?
Yes.
That leads to the French doors out onto the balcony.
Oh wait. Yeah, it does. I have this whole scene backwards in my head.
A little bit. Sorry.
Also,
You're
when we're ready to actually leave this place, someone's probably gonna have to go find Mesmer since she wandered off board.
Someone's probably gonna have to pick up the puke.
Oof.
Cute.
So you're out on the balcony, Scott.
Yeah.
There's a lot of newly fallen snow here because these, not quite snowstorm, but definitely heavy snowfall has not let up yet.
Of course.
But you feel something under one of your feet as you keep walking out there.
Gross.
You hear a crunch.
Gun.
Crunching, cracking sound.
Oh, wonderful. What is it? I dig out the snow.
Piece of glass, slightly cracked from where you stepped on it.
Same glass as the door or the
Give
light.
it- Looks like door glass, same thickness. It's also got a bit of blood on it, and you can see some more in the underparts of the snow.
Ah, wonderful.
Scene reconstruction, possibly available.
Neat. Do thing.
If the scene plays out similarly, you still don't see the moment the man enters the room, but you do see that as he continues to wail on this person, and throw them at the French doors, they go through, leaving the doors in their shattered state. He walks out, grabs them by their throat, and drags them back in. Which point he beats on them for a little bit longer before finally using their hand to draw that symbol on the wall and leaving.
Ew.
At which point the scene ends.
Alright.
At this
Question.
Point, I'm just gonna start dry retching.
Question.
Alright, this brings up a few questions.
Question, Night Punch.
Was
Emily,
the
Night
amount
Punch
of
first.
okay, looking at how he's beaten on this person and my understanding of how to beat somebody to death, should she have been? Was this a reasonable human amount of beating, or should she have not taken that level of slamming?
I'm starting to get like,
It definitely appears excessive. It appears excessive, but it also seems like she goes limper partway.
Okay,
She might
so
have been dead for part of it,
okay,
or at least unconscious.
so she's not like tougher than she's not like taking this like a champ. Okay,
No, she is very clearly getting the shit kicked out of her the entire fight, if you could even call it that. This is less of a fight, more of a brutal mauling.
that takes me
what
back.
does the beast look like?
The form is vague. Everything here is all the hologram is in wire.
Gotcha.
It's actually rather vague what its shape was. It appears to be a reasonably muscled human male, but that is pretty generic, and it seems like that's just because it doesn't have any information
Alright.
on what this guy looks like. There is still that little bit where he seems to just appear in the room from outside.
Alright. There is.
Did you say there was something she was laying on top of something before?
She was laying on top of a bookshelf. My apologies, I left that out of the reconstruction. During that second round of getting the shit kicked out of her, throws her into the bookshelf, knocking it over, and eventually leaves her there.
Now he used his hand to draw the paint, the blood, right?
He used hers,
Oh, okay.
which
Clever.
partially explains why one of her hands is covered in blood.
I'm severely starting to suspect these neighbors aren't telling us everything. There's no way.
She was pretty senile.
or no.
She was she was pretty senile.
Don't talk bad about the neighbor. She gave me cookies.
Is it just her? Is there someone else?
Would anyone else like to try and edit the scene? Or anybody else like to try it?
I'd say Amelie was about to investigate the windows itself to see fracture points and how that could potentially.
You did investigate that earlier, trying to see where something broke through.
You pointed out when I asked
definitely-
when I
It,
Oh,
Yeah.
the door. Okay.
yeah, that is the door. It's glass doors.
So you said there was one last thing with the
Oh.
desk that I didn't investigate, right?
Yes, if you would like to try and investigate the desk again, it will be pretty easy now that you've gotten the GM inspiration. If you'd like to just take a 10 on it, we can.
I'll take a 10 because that'd be a
I'd like to-
17.
I'd
Yep.
like to assist.
Go for it. Go for it. Do you guys looking back in that drawer, assuming Aaron doesn't fuck it up again?
He
Aaron.
almost fucking did. You start to mumble around and I.
He did. He did. He
Tyler,
got 2 degrees.
What have I told you about opening your damn mouth?
God damn it! I see you fuck this shit up
Okay,
and I tell you to get out of here.
Fortunately, Amelie doesn't break too much because there's not much to break here. You do get your hand kind of caught in the desk drawer as it closes from the weight.
What the fuck?
It's not painful, but it isn't.
What is it? What is it with that character making things worse? First in the hero game, she wounds the civilian. Now in this, she's ruining all the evidence.
Shut the fuck up.
She's
But
only meant to
Draft getting-
surrender.
But because you still succeeded, then because you definitely still succeeded, and I made it easy. I'm trying to think of phrases. That drawer that had the gun.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of deformation and slight residue on the edge of it. It looks like it got slightly pushed out of place, like somebody closed it too tight on something.
The gun.
On the drawer.
Ah.
Somebody slammed the drawer too tight.
I bet it was
And-
my hand.
No, you didn't pinch it nearly that bad. This is like somebody put their whole weight behind kicking it shut all at once, and whatever was caught in the drawer didn't give.
So this drawer is like forced shut.
It tried to force shut, didn't quite get shut, but it looks like it broke. The wood broke.
Mm.
Dead drawer.
This is the gun drawer, so
This is the gun drawer, which you established she did try to grab she has held the gun recently.
I'm gonna pull the drawer out carefully and see if like something was in there that I didn't notice before.
Nothing really, but you do see that, yes, the drawer is definitely deformed. Would you like to finish the reconstruction?
Yes.
Preferably.
Final bit of the reconstruction. We move on to scene 2. Or we might, if you guys want to go to one of the places. Or to the place.
I would
Uh,
love to go to one of places.
Ow.
So, the reconstruction starts up one more time. Reconstruction completed. Reconstruction still missing one piece of information. Information not found during investigations.
What
It
is
still it shows at the start.
the identity?
Fine. Shows the man standing out on the balcony. And then the light explodes while he is still out. The light just detonates. The figure sitting at the desk reacts as though shocked, moves to open the drawer, reaches in, presumably to grab the firearm. If you look in, you actually see them grabbing the wireframe firearm.
Mm-hmm.
The man is behind them, kicks the drawer. It shuts on their hand. He drags them up out of their chair, and the scene repeats as before.
So I guess he just appeared behind them.
It is marked that is unknown. It seems that his model glitches out a little bit, basically just turning it basically into an error not found thing. So that is the bit that you guys can't seem to find. How he got into the.
How does one normally get from the balcony to the room? Just through a door?
You open the door.
What's the condition of the door?
At the time
Gone.
he enters, or now.
Both.
Well, now
At the time
it is
he
just
enters,
gone.
at the time he enters, it's closed, and it appears to have been closed when she was thrown through it.
Right, because the cops said no locks, no locked things were used, nothing melted.
No signs of forced entry.
Now, when he was at the balcony, was he looking into the building or was he looking out?
Impossible to discern. Presumably looking in.
So, this guy,
Why are we fighting Dio?
we're fighting fucking Dio. So this guy, from what I can gather, he seems
Mhm.
probably she didn't invite him in. That's for sure. It went probably
Speed or teleportation?
yeah, one of the two. I'm thinking teleportation since the door didn't appear to open.
Her ability to phase through objects.
He could be some he could be some form of ghost.
Nah, I was thinking more of extremely fast vibrations.
That could also be a thing. Again, how the power work exactly, that's speculation, but this is definitely the light was exploded and it seems that was possibly a distraction. Either way, she never got to get to the gun. She was expecting it.
I don't think she was expecting an assault. I think that was her as Americans would call it, the oh shit box.
Yes, but
Panic button.
That's better.
she
Panic
seems to be rubbing shoulders with enough sketchy people that she was pretty sure she'd need it.
True.
We have two leads. A, the law firm she works for, and B, this Eileen's place.
Well,
Take your pick.
Soul, you're of age, correct?
19.
Hmm.
Are
But-
any of us of age?
I think, well,
22.
Yes.
yes.
Like 2 of you.
They let me in the last few times because I needed to investigate or something.
Okay, let me rephrase. You visited for business, Soul. You got into a bar fight because a villain you were chasing was held up in there. You rider kicked in through the window.
Oh, wait a minute. Night Punch might actually just kind of sometimes go there to play poker with villains.
A little bit too highbrow, and you basically do have to go in like a nice suit, kind of.
She has nice stuff. She's rich.
If you'd like to go there, you can.
Oh, yeah, no, Night Punch will definitely go to Eileen's.
If you guys would like to split up, that's perfectly fine.
But she'll go in.
Whoops party.
She'll go in
Well,
under an
that's kind of-
alias.
I assume someone filled in Mesmer on what's happening.
Yes.
Yeah,
Soul.
sorry.
Let's assume you guys are back outside with your vehicles, because you've got your information, you've got your locations.
Soul just kind of pauses. Do you think they'd recognize me if I didn't wear the suit?
I think you should go to the law firm. Your face is pretty young.
And your bombastic personality shines through no matter what you're wearing.
Look, I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna say that I'm the most fun person to be around, so I think I fit the atmosphere better.
Mesmer wants to go to Eileen.
You're a child.
I use illusion to change myself into an adult, and I say I'm anything I want to be.
Fair enough.
Barbie, I can be anything I want to be.
Alright, so I'm
Sorry.
assuming the children go to the children and Amelie go to law firm, or unless Amelie wants to come to...
Yes, send the children off room.
It's...
To be totally honest, you guys have been heroes for at least 2 years.
I know, but I'm just saying.
To be
Yeah,
honest, any of us could be
Well,
recognized.
technically, Portal is the only child.
Shut.
so...
Yeah.
Okay, me and Amelie,
Like,
me and
barely.
Mesmer are going to Eileen's. What are you three doing?
Mesmer's age is unspecified. Even Mesmer doesn't know.
Fair
Mesmer
enough.
doesn't know.
You are an illusion. You're actually an old man who's comatose in a chair.
You're
And
actually quite fake.
I mean, technically, Mesmer escaped from an insane asylum somewhere.
Perfect.
Night Punch can tell.
How do you technically escape?
Perfect. Then I got. Thank
Oh,
you for the.
yeah.
Thank you for all the ammunition, by the way.
Okay, Raish.
So what are you three doing?
I mean, I guess you'd know more about bars than I would.
Would you like?
Well,
Would you like some GM advice on what's going on where? Because something is kind of happening in both places. There
Yes.
are scenes at both locations. There is a fight at the bar, and possible information. And there
Okay.
is definitely information, but far less likely of a fight, far more likely of a chase at the law firm.
So
well, Soul, can you fit 3 people on your motorcycle?
It does not come with sidecar.
No.
Well,
If you're assuming Grapple is riding,
oh,
Grapple literally is more mobile than most of us.
Grapple needs to know where she's going, right?
I can follow a bike.
I just figured I'd offer. Alright.
that's fair.
Well,
It's kind of hard to miss this thing.
Yes. Which actually, the bike does look slightly different.
Now,
Its power has not changed, but it does. It's red and blue now.
is Amelie able to keep up?
I say Amelie is going to pull out the text-to-speech device, I'm just going to call it, thing she's been talking out of the whole time. and just double checks to make sure that communications are good between the two groups.
You do have comlinks. That is, we're assuming comlinks are rather standard equipment.
Okay, just wanted to be sure. It's like, well, we're in touch if things go wrong.
Calling in the middle of a fight might get dicey, but you can talk.
Excuse me.
So what's
So
group?
if I'm understanding this right, team two, raise your hand verbally for Team Eileen's.
I.
Hi.
Team Lawyer.
Dun dun.
Dun,
The laughter is all the laughter is all the confirmation I need.
So we have mental health issues and children.
Mental health issues and a tokusatsu show.
Yep.
Both of whom, two of which have the same complication for something.
Wait,
Not you.
And
I
this
was
is
gonna
when we
say,
get,
like, mine are very specific.
and this is when we get stuck talking in a bar for six sessions. Wait,
Ah.
this isn't Dresden.
I don't want to know, and I don't care.
Yeah, we spent way too long at Cracker Barrel.
We really did.
Pressing forward.
Cracker Barrel?
Anybody want to go first, or anybody care,
I think we should let
or
the.
do we want to cliffhanger one group? Like cliffhanger one group as their action picks up, go to the other group, let their action pick up, then go back to the.
I feel like I didn't get to do much so far, so I'd like
Yeah.
to do things.
Yeah, let them just.
Yeah.
You guys go. You guys got kind of screwed over on the investigation. You guys go to the bar. I'm assuming you're just taking your car.
Oh yeah, we're writing in the rule 1. Don't fuck up the upholstery.
Yeah, it's basically it's either the car or travel by servant.
Yeah, no, you're getting in the
I
car.
think car might be a little more effective. Backseat's a little cramped, but
I mean, technically, since illusion is perception ranged, I can teleport as far as I can see up to 8 miles.
Just ride in the car. It's got AC.
You're cold. Get in the fucking car.
I don't
doesn't-
know that I'm cold.
well, teleporting that far is going to take 2 actions, so 2 turns. So
I probably do get in the car anyway, just because I don't think I could bring Night Punch with me teleporting, and there's no reason to arrive there ahead of time.
yeah. So vroom vroom. You guys speed off in opposite directions from Team Lawyer, because they're going to the south side, which, while not scuzzy, is not like the nicest place. It's like your generic city area. You guys are heading to the high part of town. You're heading to the old city. It's not the Tomorrow District, but it's the old town.
Ah.
Where everything is rather ornate, classical, old, but well maintained. That kind of stuff. Your regular old high class district.
Yeet.
And you find Eileen's not easily because it's not on a main street, but you find it. You found the address on Google.
Yep.
Not on copyright free Google. There we go.
Goggle.
Kiggle and Goggle, owned by the same company. Then there's Boing.
I open a compartment, like a case on the car, and I pull out like. What kind of dress code does this place seem to have? Like, what would I have deduced?
Too rich.
A little lower than like business casual kind of deal.
Okay, I'm gonna open a compartment and pull out.
Don't dress like you're going out to the hole with the wall, basically.
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna dress up, not like my normal Night Punch getup, but like the undercover, like nice little jacket. Yep.
Mesmer is going to go in as 5 very well dressed people.
Just be one. Oh, no, wait, 5 is good because I can have eyes everywhere.
Also,
Kids in a trench coat.
all 5 of us have present 7 and plus 17 deception.
Yes.
Are you able
I am
to-
human. I belong here.
Hey, you got illusions, right?
Boing.
You're able to like.
I have magic.
When
Yes,
you
yes.
an
Are you
entire
able
party
to?
as one
Are you
character.
able to like? Are you able to tell me if anything's wrong while being subtle about it?
Yeah.
Like just be able to whisper in my ear or something without anyone knowing.
I can whisper. I can speak subtly.
All right, just get my attention if something goes wrong or if I'm about to get shot in the back.
I guess, if I have an illusion that affects all senses, can I just do a one sense illusion?
Yes.
With- Okay.
You're
So,
that just means that's the illusion. That's the senses you can trick.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was
So I
literally
could-
asking you to like put a sound like a.
so I could. I
You
could
can
just do like a,
you can ghost sound this because your illusions have subtle. You're fine.
all right.
Okay. So me and the
So
squad
you
go
guys
in.
and you get stopped at the door. Parties over 5 must have a reservation.
Shit.
Ah.
Take a hero point.
God damn it, Safety. Huh? Oh, they were just falling behind.
Either send some of your party home, or don't come in.
We have a reservation.
Point it out on the sheet.
Illusion.
He holds up a clipboard.
I grab it and I do it. I illusion a reservation onto it, and then point it out and show it.
You know I deal with powered clientele, correct?
She has
I
subtle
don't know
on
what
it
you're
though.
talking about.
She has settlement. She did just place a name on a list that he's been staring at.
Yeah, like
You could roll to disbelieve.
I will roll him to disbelieve.
fucking see if you're trying to milk every goddamn ounce.
He critted.
Ah.
I deal with powered clientele. Please send some of your party home, or do not come in.
All right. Look, I
Send them. Just.
didn't want.
I gave you
I
this
didn't wanna
look.
Look, it's embarrassing, but the reservation was supposed. I was supposed to have a reservation. It wasn't on the list. I didn't want to make it a big deal. But I had a reservation. I swear.
You're not on the list. I can't let you in. Roll deception, please. Roll deception to see if he even believes that story.
Do I have a high
deception
deception?
or feelings?
Believe me, you'll probably be fine unless this is a net one.
26.
See, you're fine.
Fucking hell, fuck that.
While that may be true, I can't let you in if you're not on the list.
Pulls
If you
out.
would like to try anything else, you can try and get through. Perception or persuasion, intimidation if you really want to go that route.
Rip out a spine and eat it.
Murder is an option that I'm going to ask you not take, Miss Heroes.
Looking at this guy, what information? What would I be able to say that would get us through?
Surface thoughts.
I was gonna say, as
He's sort of stonewalling you. He's not like it's not perfect stonewalling, but there's nothing on the surface that's really going to help.
Yeah, he's not.
He's on the job. You get the gist of I'm on the job.
as a player, I don't know how to persuade this, but
I see.
my character has persuasion, and I want to try to use it.
Just
Go with the
look
classic
funny
classic
as fuck.
crocodile. Just go crocodile tears.
Fair enough.
Dad. Don't call me that. Go in. Don't call me that.
Any bonus
Better.
from the attractive 2 that's on me and all of my friends?
Oh. Yeah. Give it.
And they're all
I
making the
have
same
that-
argument.
add the 5. Add the 5.
All right.
You have nice
And
tits.
with the crocodile tears, is that
It's
Does
just,
that mean
just give it persuasion.
persuasion?
Give,
Okay.
give him persuasion because you are basically trying to make him feel sorry for you and let you through.
I'm gonna help too,
Possibly
saying like, look, they need to pick me up.
You might want to.
Fucking Christ, Safety.
Use one of your hero points.
You do have 3. Night Punch, I'm telling you right now, you got that hero point too since you were impaired as well.
I am gonna use the.
I'm gonna help. Say like, look, they need this.
Oh,
It's a good thing.
Yes!
Oh god. Okay, so
so 12, 24, and a 23.
Look, my goons need this.
And that was I used a luck point, not one of the 3 hero points. 'cause
I forgot you had 4 fucking luck points.
Only 3 because I replaced one of them with a different thing. Remember?
The point stands. In any case, He pinches the bridge of his nose. Look, all right. I'm not the guy to talk to. Go talk to Eileen at the bar. If she believes you, you can stick around. If not, she'll have someone tougher than me kick you out. If you're willing to take that risk, go for it.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We're gonna meet the Eileen.
Oh, before I go, I'm gonna like. Oh, and hey, actually, I'm gonna try one thing. Before that, I'm gonna try to bribe.
You're gonna try and bribe.
It's
Yep.
kind of too late now.
It's
Yeah.
a little late to bribe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend
yeah,
money on.
you're good.
Maybe
like-
maybe bribe Eileen.
Yeah, I'll bribe Eileen.
That might be helpful depending on how well this goes.
Slips a 20 into the menu.
Please. Slips 7 20s.
So inside, this place, it was listed as a cocktail lounge. It definitely has the look of one. Problem is, I don't know what a cocktail lounge looks like and forgot to look it up. So imagine a fairly nice restaurant with a really good alcohol menu.
Say, has anyone ever seen the Titanic? It's that.
A little less upscale than that.
Yeah.
There are plenty of patrons. Cassidy, you recognize a few of them. Quite a few, if only by reputation.
Oh, criminal.
There are mob bosses, forcers, the occasional CEO, and based on the fact that some of them are still wearing parts of their costume, there are supervillains here.
Heh, nice.
They're mostly people that you would probably consider C-list,
How long is
as
this?
evidenced by the fact that they appear to be trying to get a job.
How long has this building looked like it's been been a thing?
It has been here for as long enough that Soul conducted like 2 raids on it, so at least 2 years.
Okay, I was hoping it would like the Hall of Fame, an old picture of some mobster.
There is one. They appear to have just started. And it is a picture of, oh god, not him.
The Grinch.
You recognize those mandibles anywhere.
That's not.
It's Splice.
God damn it!
it!
That fucking spider.
Oh, you think that-
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
You think that's bad? Looking to the Employee of the Month wall. Hey, is that Overdose 3 times in a row?
He.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
I need to come here more often. This place is lit.
Welcome to the reference bar.
May I take your order?
The problem is, you didn't have a lot of villains who drink, so, we'll work on it. But yes, there are a few villains you
We'll work
recognize,
on it.
but they are like D and C list, like your classic Captain Cosmos, the guy who throws star-shaped projectiles at people, but he's good at it.
And a
Not,
gun.
not great, but he's good at it.
So how many of
So
these
that
people?
was
How many of
Ricky's
these people
great
did I just
darts.
kick their ass?
You have kicked several people's asses. And
Nice.
significantly inconvenienced others.
Nice.
So
It's also not a good idea to start shitting here.
Oh no, of course not. I would get my. They would really test that immortality to.
You're pushing someone's shit in. That's for sure.
Just take a shit.
So do I see?
Hold up, out of character for a moment. What's Soul?
So what you're getting at with Captain Cosmos is he's great at darts.
Yes. Well, except that you look at the dartboard he's playing on and he hasn't gotten a bullseye yet. Rip.
Rip.
In any case. What are you two doing? My apologies for the little digression.
I'm going to find this Eileen.
Well, he mentioned the bar, and there is someone tending it right now. They're female, at least.
I'll go with Night Punch to talk to Eileen while sending my friends to go just talk to other people, socialize.
You get
Spread out
shot. Your friends get shot down a lot. One of them gets threatened.
Even with their great personalities.
This is a place of
Considering
not.
that they're talking to a werewolf. You're lucky they didn't get bitten. A werewolf in a very dapper suit, I must add.
Wait,
Your
don't
horny powers don't work here,
monsters?
human.
Don't magical monsters usually hate me?
There's a lot to smell around here.
What are
Fair.
they doing at a bar if they don't want to talk to anyone?
They're villains.
To talk-
Enjoying,
They just wanna be
enjoying
evil.
enjoying the best steak you can have when
Cool.
you're a werewolf
Human.
and aren't allowed in most polite establishments.
And networking.
That's,
Yes.
That's why you get shot down a lot of the other times, because these are pretty much job interviews disguised as dinners.
Oh,
Speaking
So
of
it's kind of like walking into the office type deal.
Safety, I'm so
You do
sorry.
fucking find a table.
This is just not your venue.
I am so sorry.
well,
But
either way, they spread around the place.
Yeah,
And blend it.
You have eyes all over the place, and you are getting a feel for the rogues gallery in this city. And my God, is it fucking weird?
Rogues Gallery.
Anyways, speaking of Rogue,
Lots of complaining about some star-spangled idiot.
I
A
just
star,
realized
some star-spangled idiot, a literal child, someone trying way too hard to be edgy, and some walking spark plug. Though there's not a lot of talking about him.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar, away from people, and kind of fly her
Alright.
down.
Woman behind the bar she's got short black hair, unusual green eyes, a myriad of tattoos running down her forearms. She's wearing a vest and a white long sleeve shirt with the sleeves rolled up to her elbows.
I'm assuming the tattoos are just tats and nothing gang affiliated.
Nothing gang affiliated. One of
Mm.
them actually does just appear to be a bunch of roses just stretched down one of her arms.
Rose Gang, Rose Gang, Rose Gang, Rose Gang.
So, what can I help you two with?
You got any red label?
Well, that depends on what type of red label you're referring to.
I don't
You don't-
actually know
you don't-
alcohol,
You
so
you don't look like buyers, but
oh
but
no,
it's
I
rather
haven't done
impolite to ask direct.
I haven't done that in years. I'll take just whiskey.
Label of whiskey. I'll be. No problem. Yeah.
Nothing I said was a lie.
I figured. As she's grabbing the whiskey and pouring it. So, why are you here?
Chasing.
She is giving you a very pointed stare.
What is she thinking?
The only thing the thought you get is, don't you dare try to trick me, bro, son of a bitch.
Don't try to trick her.
Yes, she is staring pointedly at you, and she knows. She is pretty sure you're not a villain, at the very least.
Cough,
And that's the
cough.
only clientele she gets at around this time.
Mm.
See, it's because you left your 2 hoodies on.
No, but you did leave your bright red hair.
I don't have bright red hair.
I thought you did. I could have sworn you told me you had a distinctive haircut.
No, never. That
Never
wasn't
mind.
me.
Never mind. Never mind that.
I would never stand out
Never
that
mind.
hard.
Well, she still knows,
Ah,
which is even more impressive at this point. My apologies on that. I have the wrong mental image.
totally fine. Just checking out the venue and also, just curious about my friend. And I'm gonna say that girl's name.
Keith.
Jessica. Yeah, I remember her. She came in to play cards every couple weeks. In fact, she should have been with her friends not too long ago. Friends came in, left when she didn't show. Why?
She's seems to be in over her head, and I just need to look out for her.
Well, their usual opponents, I guess, are in the back room if you'd like to talk to them.
Ooh, hopefully around a deck of cards. Gonna
Your funeral.
slap the money down. I'm gonna
Please.
hammer back
Wish.
the shot of whiskey.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna head around.
Excuse
Back hallway, far end.
Thank you.
And if anything starts, take it out the back door, will ya?
Will do. Kind of an evil grin.
What about you, Fancy Pants? Looking
I'm-
at Mesmer.
I'm just following along for now.
Pointedly starts ignoring you two.
You should put on some clothes, miss. God damn it, can everyone see?
I am coming back here. I like this atmosphere.
Technically, when I said rags, it's a fancy dress. It's just not well taken care of, so it's all like torn up and ragged.
Imagine if someone rented a prom dress, but then never gave it back, but also never took it off.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
you guys are heading to the back.
Yep.
Well, it's labeled plain. Very simple. It looks like it's been rented out to a particular party. Which you assume is the bozos who left. You go in?
Yep.
Well, Mesmer, you haven't been in the city very long. You don't really recognize the two guys sitting at the table. Night Punch. Oh God, you should not have come back here.
Who is it?
Two villains. They're not from the first campaign, but in the interim, you lot have clashed a lot. These are those guys who they've got a scheme every other couple weeks, and unfortunately, they've got the raw power to back up whatever it is they're doing. Blitz and Krieg.
Huh?
I remember when I stopped one of those. Anyways,
Fucking German stereotype.
gentlemen. Mind if I...
You're not our opponents. The man speaking you recognize him as Blitz. He's wearing a slightly different thing than his usual attire. A long coat, dark blue with gold highlights, occasionally jagged in shape, over some dark blue formal.
Okay, so you said you're not our usual opponent?
You're not our usual guests. Where are the others?
Unavailable. But I do have the cash for the pot.
The other man speaks up. If Blitz is dressed rather subdued for a supervillain, at least for formal stuff, this guy, oh boy, bright red. Just bright red formal Victorian attire, cravat and all, with a top hat that fades into a bright orange, flame pattern everything, and a fucking monocle.
God
great.
damn it, Jim Carrey.
So our two pairs vaguely match. We have the we have the subdued one and the fancy Victorian era one.
So when the fight breaks out, you have to fight in those
He's
pairs.
also shuffling 2 decks of cards.
I am going to, without permission, take a seat. Like, I'm gonna walk in like I belong here.
Hey, it doesn't matter to me who I win against as long as I win all the money in the pot, including yours, old Blitzy. Told you not to call me that. So, who are you two?
We don't
Cap.
we're professionals. No.
Yeah,
Not so much for the glitz and glamour kind of thing.
Speak for yourself.
you forget you're walking next to the walking wedding reception.
I'm assuming only like 1 or maybe 2 came back here.
Can I say how many of your entourage come back?
My entourage is still outside mingling and being.
Aware. In case somebody says, alright, let's go fuck him up. Everyone grabs a gun.
So, the usual.
She's just my henchman.
Shut the fuck up.
Wonderful. I didn't ask.
Didn't matter.
So, usual game or something different occasion? Your choice.
What do you got in mind if it's not
It-
the usual?
52 pickup.
Puts
Like I
down.
said, doesn't matter to me.
Go fish.
Let's go
Sounds good.
usual.
All right then.
They should not have played poker against somebody who could basically read your fucking mind.
Name the usual.
Hold 'em.
They're playing poker against someone who can read minds and someone who's very, very good at bluffing.
Well, that's of course if you guys get in.
Yeah.
He
I'm-
raises his. You said hold him.
Yep.
He raises an eyebrow at you. Really?
I like having all the cards in my hand.
That ain't. All right. Who are you and why are you really here?
Pulls out gun, which is just fist.
Oh, wait a minute. No, okay, sorry.
That
Rephrase the
wasn't-
question.
That wasn't the usual.
I didn't understand the question. I'm sorry. Let me.
That was,
What
that
was he?
it?
What would he have been looking for? Like, what does it look like the
He's-
scene would have been asking for?
well, whatever it is, it involves two different decks of cards. Either that or given Krieg, he might just be shuffling those two decks for fun, and neither of them are important.
I'm assuming I would recognize the game. I would have actually said the actual fucking game.
They haven't set anything up.
Well,
This is a rather standard. This is just a table. It doesn't have like markings on it.
okay. Let me step back. I thought they were asking me what I wanted to play.
Roll your mind reading power, please.
Okay. Fuck.
If you would like to try and guess what they usually play, based on aim.
Oh, good. It's wow. Okay. That's right. I put a lot of ranks into this.
Please roll it while I roll Blitz's thing. Unless you'd like to try and read Krieg.
Would he be easier?
I'm not telling you one way or the other. Pick one.
Blitz.
All right.
Did that even roll?
It rolled. You got a 23.
Oh, is that in character?
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Wait, is that the?
No, wait, no, it's not.
No, you rolled it in fucking character notes. You got an 8 or a 15. You're just the last guy to roll. Damn you.
Wait, it never rolled.
Why?
Oh, there it is.
Are we doing
No,
the Are we doing- rolls don't
do it.
count if they're not in dice rolls?
Yeah, that's right. They
yes,
don't.
Yeah, yes, we're abiding by that because fuck you.
Alright.
Because fuck you.
Ha!
Rolls
I mean-
even higher.
Figured it would. Hang on.
I got the bad one out of the way.
My dice roller's fucky.
No,
Oh. It's not any form of poker.
Okay, what are we actually playing?
You barely succeeded. You didn't quite get the game. You just know that whatever it is, it only involves one deck of cards, and it's not poker.
Can
Is it?
Rummy.
It also involves a dealer.
3 dragon ants.
Oh,
Can
is
I
it?
try and like fast talk them to try and get them to slip up and reveal what it is?
Well, if you'd like to try, you can. But remember, they're operating under the assumption that you know what the usual is.
As
Well, yeah, that's why I'm
entirely as
trying to
you.
like.
Wait,
like,
you have multiple
have to
personalities.
be-
Just ask, hey, what game they playing back there to Eileen?
Ask Steve Buscemi.
I mean, I can also do that, but I'm at this point.
If
I'm
you would like to try and fast talk, please go ahead. Roleplay your fast talk after you roll.
The thing is, I don't really know how to roleplay that. I know my character's capable of it. I'm not. Is the issue.
I find that's always hard when you don't know how to do what your character does. Just talk to
No,
them.
they-
Try to make them slip up.
That's what stats are for. Yeah.
Hey, I know how you're doing it. You know those videos of those auction people that talk way too fucking fast?
Okay, I think you're getting the wrong definition of fast talk.
Oh no, I've been playing Griftlands. I know what fast talk is actually for. It's just those auction people are funny.
Also, does my attractiveness play in since?
Not really with these two.
Okay.
The reason being, they're both not there in the head.
Jesus Christ!
33.
Well, seriously, before you even open your mouth, Well, as you're getting ready to start talking, you hear from the other side of the table. Come on, let's see. It's just blackjack. Like anybody can guess that.
What is the suggestion?
Blackjack. I love.
I do love blackjack. Actually, I am fucking great at blackjack.
It's honestly, it's one of the only card games where I know enough of the rules to bullshit somebody cheating or somebody winning, losing.
I prefer the more physical alternative, slapjack.
That's for plebeians. You.
If this turns into that,
Odds are it will. This is us we're talking about.
Smack table, breaks it in half. I win, fuckers. Give me money.
thank you, Krieg. Deal 'em. Aye, aye.
Right before they deal, I want to use illusion to stack the deck in our favor.
I don't think that's how
Wait.
illusions work.
Roll your illusions.
I'm illusioning to change the faces of the cards so that they're in our favor, stacked in our favor.
Cool.
Oh,
All right.
okay, that makes more sense. I thought you were trying to like insert new illusion cards. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
And I
Krieg starts. I want you to roll me perception real quick.
Gun.
well, perception.
Yes, roll me a real quick perception.
Tell me a gun check.
I remember what my perception is. Okay, there we are.
I mean, I can make a gun check.
I can make a driving check. I'll fail it, but I can make one.
I have a gun.
Just doing, because you're not the only ones doing something stupid. Well, not stupid, but you're not the only ones doing something.
You see, in order to beat the players, the GM must resort to the players' level of fuckery.
So, you got it. You got the cards. See, you swear you got them. Krieg is, for whatever he may be as a person, he's a damn good shuffler. Like, the cards are going all over the place and somehow still ending up in his hand. Like, stage magic kind of tricks.
I ain't seen shuffling like that since New Orleans.
Well, that's where I learned it.
Ah,
I lied.
nice.
It was Madagascar.
I learned it from an old voodoo woman right before she spontaneously combusted.
No reason. Just kind of poof.
Old voodoo. Was she a part of the New Orleans West Coven?
Oh, no. She was part of the Northland Mafia.
Oh, right. I never really talked with them.
West Coven.
They were
We'll call
more swampy.
All right, you dealt him. There are 2 cards in front of you.
Are they stacked in my favor?
Safi, what is one of the cards?
As
As soon as I remember if you actually reveal 1 card in Blackjack, I'm trying to remember if that's right.
You
I
do.
think it's you reveal 1, and then you can get dealt more, and then
You gotta try and
At
get
the
to
very-
21 without going over.
yep. And
So literally, the other card needs to be an ace. If it's like it's a 10 and an ace, I'm golden.
Excuse me.
that you are.
well, I would have stacked the deck in our favor. I'm trying to remember, like, I was kind of expecting this to just kind of be like, I stack it in our favor, and I don't have to actually think as a player.
We don't do that around here.
I'm sorry, Safi. You're gonna actually know how to play. You want me to know how? You want me to say how you stack the deck?
That would help.
Okay, so on my hand, you give me a 10 and an ace. On your hand, now are face cards a 10?
Yes.
I thought they were an 11.
No, just the aces.
No, I could have sworn. I could have sworn faces are 11s.
They're either an 11. No, aces are an 11 or a 1
Right.
because sometimes an ace can screw you over.
Well, no,
Hold
because
up.
then you can pick if it's a 1 or an 11.
Hold
Yes.
up. I got this.
No, I got this.
It's fucking
But
looking
face
it up.
cards are 10s.
But
Okay.
Mesmer would be careful not to just give us 21s every time.
Yeah,
It would
no,
be
you would mix yours up where you'd like just keep adding up the 21 with cards.
subtle cheating, and not always adding up to 21.
Yeah, so
Just- To be
You're,
safe.
you're actually still losing hands. Like, you're winning quite a few, but you're still losing a fair amount, too.
I mean, that's the intention. That's what I was meaning.
Although that you're losing largely because they keep somehow getting 21 and 2 cards. Those are the rounds they win.
It's time to do 21 and 2 cards back. Out cheat the cheaters.
So I'm gonna. So in the middle of this, I'm gonna ask. So, either you heard from, and I'm gonna say her name.
Jennifer.
Yeah, Jennifer. Either you heard
The
from
names you
Jennifer.
have are Jennifer, Jack, and Hannah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you hear from. What are those three's names? Jennifer, Jack, and Hannah.
Say Jack.
If I'd have heard from them, I would have been expecting you.
Weird.
Yeah, they never call ahead of time anyway.
Hmm. I'm concerned for Hannah. I've only known her a little bit, but I think she might be in a little over her head. She been rubbing.
What makes you say that?
She's. I'm gonna bluff.
Roll deception.
Yep. Fuck. I don't have.
Just shit your pants.
Shut up.
I mean, it'll split Krieg's sides probably. I don't think that's your intent, but
Can I try to throw in a few details to make it?
Yeah. You can help me.
Yeah.
Bounce
help.
off each other. This is an improv
Actually,
act
yes.
Yeah.
now. Improv cheating. Improv lying.
What's my deception?
Are you gonna? Yeah, I was gonna say, are you gonna roll?
Oh, good. I have a +6.
Willing to help.
What the fuck? How? How?
I'm the hero pointing it.
I'm pretty sure that still helps. It's still
Oh
9.
wow!
I
You got
mean,
a 10.
you don't hurt, but it's a DC 20 to help.
Oh.
But you technically still got higher than the other guy, so we'll take that result.
26.
I'm sorry, Cat.
I hero pointed it.
Wait, no, you hero pointed, so that's a 26. Yeah.
Yay.
So finish your thought.
I've been pretty concerned. She's been jumpy lately, and I don't know. Hearing about she's getting to a.
Maybe something from her past finally caught up to her.
She didn't really mention that to me. What is going on with her? I never really found the time to ask.
Never mentioned it to me much either. Just know it ain't good.
Hmm.
You ever wanted to kill me?
Krieg pipes up. Oh yeah, she's always going on about the West Side and like that's all how she ever goes. I know it's a bad part of town, but she ain't lived there as long as I known her.
Hmm.
Ow.
What about Jack and Hannah?
You already said Hannah.
I know. I what's the other girl's name?
Jennifer.
What about
Jennifer or Jenny?
Yeah. What about Jenny and Jack? They might know. I haven't been able to get a hold of them tonight either.
Don't know. Probably the same.
Suddenly.
Just about the same
Pineapples.
story. Occasionally mention the West Side, getting out of there with a big break, that kind of thing. It's not exactly a nice neighborhood. Probably just have some old enemies.
Hmm.
Can't imagine it's much to touch them right now, though. After all, most people on the West Side still go to their law firm or what have you for services.
Law firm.
Yeah, Jenny's law firm. I think Jack is like a laundromat or something.
Dun, dun.
No clue what the hell Hannah does.
Bing bong.
By the way, I've been seeing some weird stuff in the underground. Anything to do with a bird symbol?
What do you think? What? No.
Housekeeping.
Bird?
Yeah, like
No.
from that old comic book.
Oh, you mean Corvus?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, no, nobody going by that symbol.
All right.
And we should know. You do know that these guys, for as eccentric as one of them is, are actually minor mob movers and shakers.
No.
Hmm.
The thing, okay, brief personality things on these two. Blitz has two settings: subdued and ambitious, and angry at anything and everything. Krieg has one setting: fire.
Angry and everything and everything.
Angry.
Hmm.
200% angry.
300%.
Hey, you don't think any of the supers got a hold of them, did you?
What makes you think that?
I don't know. They didn't. They haven't been talking.
See, the supers look white collar crime very much. And even if they did, with that lot, they make a racket.
Hmm.
Blitz is actually glaring at you right now.
Surface thoughts. How fuck am I?
Yeah. Surface thoughts. Yeah, exactly. How fucked am I?
He's searching for something.
Something on my
The light in
face.
your eyes.
He's searching your face. He's trying to put something together.
Oh no, Cat. He's gonna remember the few times he saw your face as you were straddling him, beating the shit out of his face.
Can I see on his face that he's like?
Roll it.
He's not being very subtle.
Alright.
Something on my face.
In that case, I would probably
Don't illusion my face.
no. I try to distract him by I just tried to fascinate him.
King me.
Roll it.
You just randomly say king me as you sit down at 2.
Start telling a really obnoxious story about the time that you actually shot at like one of the heroes.
I killed a man. He's
He stops. He's not looking at your friend anymore, at least. But he's kind of gone back to disinterest after you object.
I don't know what the what it goes up against, but I was using the fascinate advantage to
Yeah,
entrance.
no, I rolled something.
Alright. Yeah. So is he actually entranced or just
You got
Not-
his attention. You got his attention for a moment, and it seems to have distracted him for what he was doing, and he just sits back and keeps playing.
alright?
You're
So
actually starting to lose more and more.
are these guys obviously cheating?
Roll perception, please.
Can I add the circumstance bonus of mind reading?
You've been staring at Blitz the whole time, so no.
I wasn't staring at Blitz the whole time. I was staring at both.
You have been talking to Blitz more often than not.
All right. What's my perception? Oh, it's not great.
Don't worry, I have a hero point.
Oh shit.
Am I able to help figure it out?
You can try and figure it out on your own.
I'll try and figure out on my own as well.
You should be the real Hokage.
I'm gonna laugh at that 20. Pretty close. And actually, it was a 20, so ha ha. There are definitely more cards on this table than there started with that you put the illusions on.
Well
A
then.
lot, like another deck's worth almost at this point.
Because of the 2 decks.
Too
Oh
many
no, those
decks.
2 decks are sitting. The best part about this mess, both of those decks are sitting off to the side and haven't been touched.
Shit.
Too many decks.
Too many decks.
I would use illusion to notify Night Punch without notifying them.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of give a nod, like yeah, like a subtle just look that says yeah, I know.
Roll eidetic memory for me, please.
Hey,
You get a plus. You get a plus. You have eidetic memory, correct, Night Punch?
Let me check.
I believe you did. I just want to make sure.
No, I just have a lot of benefit in a jack of all
Okay.
trades. I do have jack of all trades.
Roll base intelligence for a minute. Check real quick. That's why I was asking about eidetic.
That's me. I am the gamer boy. I am the one who wins.
And that is a...
Face it.
God damn it.
Get your shit together, cat.
It's one of those
Hey.
days.
Well, you did see the Gentry. Krieg. Wrong name for the same character. Wrong universe. You saw that Krieg. What? What'd you say, Scott?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, I'm grown insane. Never mind. You saw Krieg is really good at cards. He probably had a bunch hidden up his sleeve or something.
Mm,
Bitch.
he is.
Bitch.
Ready to get, and no, you're not going to get a hero point for this because this is just plot advancement.
Huh.
Let's get a phone call. Holds up a hand just on like in the one thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see. Gotcha. Click. Turns his phone off. You're not gonna believe who just called.
The Queen of England?
It's our old pal, Jack. Mentioned that he showed up not too long ago. Jenny didn't show, so he and Hannah left. So,
What a quinky thing.
who does that make you?
Bored out of my mind.
A better cheater than you. Whack.
Bored out of your mind, huh? Well, we can certainly fix that.
This just in. Mesmer fucking dies because bullets don't care about illusions.
Well, reading minds, I don't think I need to know that he's not fighting is not an option, right?
Quick, flip the table.
He is definitely. Yeah. He is either going. He just wants to beat the answer out of you
Flip
if
the
you
table.
don't tell him.
Flip the table.
Well, while tensions are rising, I send one of my clones outside.
I get a wild grin on my face. Oh, we're doing that.
Eat the table.
If we're doing that, I got to do something first. Krieg
What do
stands
you
up from his
mean?
seat.
You get to
Take-
hold the fuck up. What kind
Oh,
of...
he's gonna take a selfie. Come on.
He reaches over and hits an intercom button. Yeah, Eileen. Yeah, it's me again. Yeah, noise complaint. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Shutters down? Good. Got it.
Noise
Thank
complaint.
you. Thanks, Eileen.
At this point, Punch is just standing up, taking off her jacket, putting off the thing, kind of stretching for a second, like, all right.
Let's just stand up and adjust his collar. Well, shall we get this started correctly?
So we doing no...
Somewhere.
So, all out or... So, all out to death or
Krieg.
just till an answer?
Krieg.
And do we mind
Aye.
furniture?
Aye, partner. Slaps the table. Those cards are glowing.
And with that, I am immediately
Flip the table.
flipping the table. Because they
Roll
didn't...
it. Roll it. You get a free counter to try and push this back on. Who are you flipping it towards? Because they're not.
Krieg.
They're not. You're flipping it towards Krieg.
Congratulations, you played yourself. Yeet.
And, what I roll?
Athletics?
I think roll your strength because you're basically trying to counter Krieg's attack.
Can I roll athletics?
Sure, roll athletics.
Oh, wait. Okay, I get a... Okay, wow, I get a... It doesn't fucking matter.
You have no rank. Do you not have any ranks in athletics?
I have one. I have none.
You're an immortal being. How do you not know how to do a pull-up?
You do technically. Anyway, roll it. Roll your strength.
Was that enough to flip a table?
No, you're
No,
trying to
no, not quite. Not quite. You would have flipped the table if it didn't explode. Please roll dodge. Both of you, because you're both sitting next to the table.
Ah,
Suddenly, pineapples.
The pineapple surprise is more like it.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Look,
Oh,
it's
okay.
already enough. You don't need grenades. Eight.
I critted.
I punch. You flip the table and duck behind it. You duck under it to avoid the worst of the blast. Thank God for tables meant for getting punched by superhumans. Mesmer, roll toughness.
ah. Well, in that case, I will roll for one of my clones as they sacrifice themselves by swapping places with me. With their teleports.
Perfect. And that sacrifice just let you shunt damage onto one of them.
Basically, if I have to roll toughness, I can make them roll instead of me.
Yeah, they don't teleport. You're still in the same spot. They just eat the damage.
Well,
Yeah, that's how that
You-
works.
You don't have reaction teleport.
fair enough.
Random guy outside.
None-
Eck!
Yeah, nonetheless. Yeah, random dude outside fucking dies. Did they
No,
die in the same way you would have?
No, it's the girl talking to the werewolf, and the werewolf's like, "Had enough of you." About the claw, just poofs. Like, what the fuck?
It would shatter into butterflies. Like it
Yeah, okay.
shatter like glass, and then all the shards would turn into glowing butterflies and disappear.
Yep, that's what happens to whichever one you decide to, whether it's the ones in the bar or the one outside.
Probably one of the ones in the bar, because the one outside is my escape plan. I can teleport to illusions, and they're illusions.
So yeah, werewolf was about to actually like do something, and this. What?
I need to lay off the red wine.
Damn teleporters. As you guys peek out from under the table after that, there's a hole in the wall. A back wall out the back. They did say to check the back door. And Blitz and Krieg are not in front of you right now.
Kill him.
Oh, what?
You don't. They're not in the room. And I unfortunately cannot make this sound, but you hear a wolf whistle from outside. Thank you, Aaron. Louder and more obnoxious, but yeah.
What? Wait.
Hey, yo, little
You
mama.
heard that? You heard that from outside.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
I bolt outside.
Wow, wow, wow.
You see Krieg standing there completely unharmed. No sign of Blitz in the immediate vicinity unless you want to roll.
Everyone dies.
Bang and gun. What is it, Scott? Bang in the movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nope, don't see anything.
Don't see nothing.
No, it's only Krieg. Who's
We
Blitz?
found shit.
We combed the entire blizzard.
I have my 3 remaining clones teleport over. And I have them undisguise themselves. They are now exact.
Ooh.
They now look exactly like me.
Krieg takes his monocle off and polishes it. Oh, I'm seeing quadruples. Well,
Oh god.
oh well. He tosses the monocle, which lands in a dumpster with a comical cat screech.
I'm surprised it didn't run after the fucking explosion.
So, exaggeratedly cracks his knuckles, and it looks like he almost breaks his spine, cracking his back. So, let's get this party started, shall we?
I ain't broke a bitch's nose in a while, so let's do it.
I assume it's
Takes tie that I was wearing and wraps it around
Holy.
fist.
And as we roll initiative, the law firm is really boring.
Well, no, we're gonna transfer over to the law firm while you guys roll initiative. Because if those guys get done, I would want to try and come over here.
Wow, I really did not build Night Punch well.
You put all of your points into 19 ranks of immortal.
I know.
What
What
did
the?
you fucking expect?
I know. I forgot. It's been so
Jesus H.
long.
Tap dancing Christ.
They will get back up if they're killed, but not if they're incapped.
I have a question.
Yes, Claire.
How much longer is this gonna be?
That's why we're jumping over to the law firm to get your guys' part of the story out of the way. Because I realize we are going a little late, and we'll probably have to table the Blitzen Creek fight.
Say
So
if
the night is going to stretch for 2 sessions.
Claire, if
If-
you wanna
if we-
drop here, I don't mind.
If we need to stop, because I want everybody to see everything, because But if we do need to stop because somebody needs to get off, that's fine.
Yeah,
And
no,
I-
I'm good.
I'm
I
just
do-
kind of spacey.
I understand.
I do work tomorrow, sadly.
Okay, let's finish up the law. Let's do the law firm real quick. There's not any real combat or anything, so we'll do the law firm and cliffhanger it there with you guys hearing the explosion across town. Sound good? Is that okay with the people who went to the coffee house? Or
Oh, yeah.
wrong establishment. And then we'll just pick right up with the Blitzen Creek fight, and I'll beef up the Blitzen Creek fight.
Fuck you.
Ooh.
Hilariously. Actually, I don't need to. You guys actually made it even. They're two PL11s.
Shit.
I will save the initiative order, so you guys will not need to re-roll your initiative. Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
So, as you guys arrive at the law firm, it's mostly abandoned, mostly dark from the outside.
Oh.
Roll me perception real quick.
I have a thing for this.
Well, I'm not asking you what kind. I don't know what kind of senses you're rolling for, Aaron. So you will need to tell me if needed.
Never mind, I don't have a hero point.
You don't have a hero point. Okay.
I had to figure out what my
Uh,
perception was.
I'm gonna give myself dark vision.
Good call.
And infravision.
That's kind of the same thing, but go
God.
for it.
Oh no, wait, no, I don't want infravision. I'm just gonna see fucking blue everywhere.
You are gonna be you're in a fucking blizzard. You'll see like soul. You're gonna be blinded. You're gonna be blind if you look at the cold because you can't tell the difference, and you're gonna be blind if you're looking at soul because.
Tyler, I
not
did it
funny.
again.
What did you do, Scott? Scott, what did you do? I don't know what you did, honestly. What did you do?
You said roll perception.
Oh, you rolled nat 20?
I rolled a 29.
Okay. Soul, please roll perception.
Yeah, say I need to roll mine too.
You can switch forms on the trip if you want to do this in soul form or otherwise. Soul form. Alright. that's
All right, and dark vision, go. 37.
Nat 20, but Aaron still wins.
Fuck you. Fuck you, I have permanent microvision.
What do I add?
Your perception, which would be an awareness roll, although there's a skill for it, which I think you have points in.
Permanent microvision sounds terrible.
I mean,
It's sustained. You can turn it off.
yeah.
You have a +8 perception.
However, I do have post-cognition, so fuck you.
23.
All right, you guys actually okay. 36 boy over there.
Haha, girl.
No.
Whatever. I'm gonna keep referring to you by like real world, not in game, because I'm gonna forget in game. But yeah.
That's
Wonder
fair.
Woman.
God damn it. If you want to call yourselves that, go for it. You guys pick a fucking team name at the end of this. I'm saying that now.
Dem boys.
We them boys.
We the boy.
The DMs, wonderful.
Anyway,
Anyway.
36.
Anyway, 36. You hear a commotion from the top floor. It's about 4 stories up. Everybody else, including you, Aaron, there is a light on the 4th floor with something moving around. Like somebody moved in front of the window for a second.
That sound like a commotion or a struggle?
Something broke. It sounded like glass breaking, not a window shattering.
Sounds like someone's trying to cover loose ends. Portal, get us up. Portal, get up there, and then she's gonna take out her pellet gun and shoot her hook.
Okay.
I get up there faster than you.
I
So
know.
Don't
they-
even offer to help because you keep calling me by the wrong name.
Alright. Look,
Soul, I think you can make. I think you can make the jump.
oh wait. Oh, right, I forgot I have leaping.
I don't think you can get up 4 floors, Aaron.
Yeah, I only have 2 ranks.
Yeah, you can jump 30 feet. Soul can jump. As soon as I find that sheet,
So I'm just gonna...
Soul can jump 60 feet.
So I'm
Not-
gonna be slow with my grapple hook, but okay.
4th floor, about 10 feet per floor. Yeah, you can. A jump and then a grapple will get you up there. Soul, you can jump up there.
I jump up there.
You crash through the window again.
And I'll be up there in like a turn and a half.
Yep. But the first one to get a good look into the situation, almost, is Fake France.
France.
That's what it says right here.
Says on the list, Fake France. Your reservation, sir.
In any case, you get in there, and yeah, I'll just use. You got a 20, so I'll give you this. You catch a glimpse of something, Scott. 2
Ooh.
figures. One looks like a somewhat overweight man in a suit. The other one is a black-clad figure, long, flowing, tattered cloak and hood. But you don't get much of a look because something breaks the light.
So I just walked in on Batman beating up the Penguin.
Stop resisting!
Well, it certainly sounds. You can hear the man trying to scream for help, but it's coming out more as whimpers because it sounds like he's getting the crap kicked out of it. It's dark and hard to see.
Wait, is this what's his face?
I don't know who what's his face is.
From earlier, the comic hero that
The
Well,
murderer.
you're not quite in the room yet.
Dark vision, I need to get up there. Ah!
Aaron, you get up there right about the time Soul does. You both get in the door. Aaron, you do see you see what Scott saw, but in more detail and for longer than a second before it gets hard to discern. This figure, the dude he's beating the dude he is threatening / beating the shit out of, well, menacing, I guess is the closer word, whatever,
Wow.
is, nothing too special. Like Scott said, he kind of looks like a more normal version of the Penguin.
Do
Where-
I see the man assaulting?
Vaguely. It's it's dark and more of he is wearing a big mantled cloak that's draping over his shoulders. It's tattered near the ends, but it seems to be moving in a wind that isn't there. There's a large mark over one of his eyes, but he looks to be wearing a full face mask. The mark doesn't seem to go deeper than the mask, but it looks like stitching. But
All right.
one of his eyes is a small pinprick of light. The one that has the stitching over it appears closed, or at least not glowing.
All right. This is going to be one of the pre-recorded messages, like, "You there, halt!"
And he does.
Huh?
He is holding the guy. He's holding the guy by the throat against the wall, clearly still applying pressure. But he stops slamming him back against the wall
And gun,
and
I have
turns slowly to look at you.
put the man down. I would
He's
also like to
staring. Roll
It's like-
intimidate. Oh, yeah.
say
Yeah,
I'd
roll
also like to take this time to change my vision to penetrate concealment.
Okay.
Rory May.
Soul, you are giving off enough ambient light that dark vision isn't strictly necessary anymore.
Cool.
Okay, cool. I can see normally without
Yep.
messing my face.
And both of you, and you two. No, not yet. Not yet. My bad. I was jumping the gun on something. But you two do see this figure with the unusually moving cape staring at the person who just spoke at him.
Me.
Still holding the man against the wall, who appears to be really trying to breathe, and it's not working so good.
Ah, so Spawn, not Batman.
He does look a bit closer to Spawn than Bat.
Sir, put the man down, or I will shoot.
pulls the man away from the wall, turns away from you, still holding the man in front of him, and starts slowly walking away.
All right, shoot him in the ankle.
Break his ankles.
It won't work. I know it.
Oh no, it probably won't.
Take a hero point, Aaron.
Yep.
He drops the man. And after you fire, he drops the man. Your shot goes into his ankle. He makes no move to dodge. He seems fine. The man on the ground grunts in pain and starts choking.
Fucking Soul, do your thing. Shit, and I'm gonna attempt to run towards the man.
Do what?
Kick.
May I remind you, that thing explodes.
Shit.
I can't kick. We're in a law firm. I don't want to get arrested for causing public.
While they're arguing,
Property
I'm just gonna
damage.
try and grab him.
Yeah. Say like I'm already moving towards the figure.
Roll to hit, Scott.
Yeah. That brings up an excellent point. What is my to hit?
I put it on the sheet. It's the whip. It's the.
Oh, did
it's
you
the,
actually
no,
do the
no,
calculations?
yeah, I did the calculation. It's the beam. It's not the whip. It's the beam.
Nito Toledo. Grapple beam. Final value. What's 12? Jesus Christ.
You're power level 11. It also has 10 strength. So please roll to hit him.
As I inevitably miss because plot.
Hey.
I'll let you know as soon as
I
I
keep rolling
actually remember to open.
26s.
As soon as I remember to open his fucking sheet. Well, good shot, Scott. He's kneeling to the side.
Fuck you, Tyler.
You in fact missed, but that was a very good shot.
I probably
Alright.
missed it by like 1.
All right, Soul, you get a thing.
The man still has not taken any aggressive action against anybody that isn't the man currently having some issues on the floor for some reason.
I'm gonna try and talk.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. You will have his attention.
Hey, you!
Looks at you.
What's up, Joe?
Look, Mr. Murderer Man, please calm down.
This is what happens when all 6 bards go with the other half of the party.
To be fair, Soul has like freakishly high diplomacy, so
Oh.
like
Well.
higher than the other guy's deception.
Oh. Well.
Why can't we?
But that doesn't mean it's gonna work.
Oh wait, hold on. I messed up. Why
Try
are
again.
you here?
Well,
Why
I
are
don't,
you running?
cool. I don't need to change my answer. Business.
Including beating the shit out of some dude?
Exactly. Business.
Story time.
Well... Mind if we ask you some questions?
Yes. I have places to be tonight. I've already messed up. Can't have you messing up another. At that, he rushes you.
I'll say, oh, fuck, I was already running, so I guess
He
I'm in
runs-
the way.
You would be. He jumps over you. Like, front flips over you, slides beneath Soul's legs.
Hero point reaction shot.
Go for it.
Smoke screen.
You just aided his escape.
Wait.
You can see through concealment, though, Aaron.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping that guy doesn't. Wait.
Congratulations, you're dumb.
You want to try that again, Aaron? I'll let you retry that. You got a better shot?
I want to be helpful.
Why are you dumb?
Do it. Do it.
Oh,
Follow
wait, I
through.
forgot I have this. Let's hope this works. Bola shot.
Okay, that works a little bit better. Take your shot.
Something actually applicable.
Yeah, something to stop the guy running.
So, I guess
Roll-
I'll just use the same to hit as I do with my normal gun.
It
attack?
is.
Yep.
Basically, yeah. Anything that's shot out of that gun uses the same to hit.
Oh Jesus, that's a big to hit.
Go for it. Scott had a plus 12.
Oh, yeah,
You have more, I'm fairly certain.
a little bit.
Do it.
Just
Do it,
a
bitch.
little bit. Just
Cool,
a
you
little
did.
bit.
Cool, you did it.
I misread that, and I thought you had a plus 33 to hit, and I was like, what the hell?
It only does
Hey.
1 damage, but I never miss.
Okay, so. You hit him. You actually get the ball around his legs as he's jumping over you, which kind of changes what he was trying to do.
Dodge.
Instead of trying to slide underneath Soul, he rolls. Straight through them. The bola hits Soul. It doesn't do anything, it just like stops at Soul rather than traveling with the guy. As he continues to roll through the floor and sort of out the wall.
Wait. What?
He's a ghost. He's Danny Phantom.
Yeah, because I remember Tyler talking about this guy now.
Oh, yeah.
Forget everything that you heard.
About what?
Exactly.
Like, fuck, Night punches
So-
on a roll. Fucking.
Soul. The man just rolled through you. Like straight through you. There is a bowl. You felt the bola from that was wrapped around his ankles, kind of smacked you in the chest as he rolled,
Brighter
and
kick.
he went out the wall.
Well, we're
You can't
fighting
have-
ghosts.
He can't pass through the wall if there is no wall. Brighter kick.
We're fighting ghosts.
Now I'm curious
we're
how
fighting
how,
ghosts.
how well a ghost would fare against illusions.
Probably
Depends
good.
on the ghost.
Spookmaster was okay.
Tyler,
Yes,
is this the same guy that traumatized the party a year ago?
I'm not saying nothing.
There is a
Don't we
ghost.
recognize him?
I'm not saying nothing, and you shouldn't have said nothing either.
Oh, I thought everybody knew.
No, only you two know. Don't worry
Oh.
about it. Don't worry
Sorry.
about it. And you've got a bad guy getting away.
Yes.
Come on, Soul.
You got a bad guy getting away, and another guy. Oof. Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
the
You just got
rider
you got the your rider kicking out the window.
Yes.
Okay, blind rider kick. Roll to hit with a -2.
Wait, what do I roll?
The soul kick. I think it's just an unarmed strike with a bunch of shit slapped onto it. So yeah,
Come
it's a
on.
plus 11. Give it to him.
Just roll crit like you always do.
With the rider kick, that's honestly roll with plus 11. Unless you would like to add some other effect to it, like power attack or something.
Collapsing.
I wouldn't recommend adding other stuff to it, but you're already taking a -2. So give it your best, and I'm being lenient with the -2. Well, unfortunately, that misses.
Damn it.
You don't whiff hard, but you passed by him in the air. You do notice something. Unlike the others who he just kind of ignored, he does try to get out of the way for you. He turns in midair, basically. He throws his cape out in front of him, almost like the beat of a wing, and pushes himself out of the way before landing and continuing to run into the alleyway across the street. You can see that he's starting to try and climb up. He's climbing up a fire escape. There's no trying here.
God.
It's only a 3-story building, so jumping it is not a huge deal if you need to.
Yeah.
Do you know treatment?
No.
Shit. Yeah, I'd say that was what I was kind of worried about.
Oh no, that was me choking on my own tonsil.
Oh, don't do that.
It's rather
You
hard to
could've.
do considering I don't have them anymore.
You could have passed that off as the guy on the ground dying. We wouldn't have questioned it.
Oh yeah, no good, because that's exactly what it was. I was lying about the tonsils. I don't have them.
I can't let them know my weaknesses.
Okay, so I'm gonna look to Grapples like, go help Soul. I'm gonna make sure this guy's okay, and run over to the guy on the ground.
He's gotten the wind way knocked out of him, and he seems to be having problems breathing because, as you see, your pellet kind of hit the back of his mouth.
Oh dear.
I don't think cauterizing would work here. That's about all I can do.
Scott, you can't even do that anymore. You don't have that power.
I don't have that anymore.
Add it as an alternate effect after this.
Learn
you
your
don't have it right now.
Fucking
God
sheets,
bless it,
lads.
Tyler.
If
He
you-
edited my sheet earlier.
I rebuilt your sheet from almost scratch. I forgot that power because you said you
No.
didn't quite want it anymore. But yeah, I can
Oh,
slap
you're
some.
fine.
I can slap together a profile for it later.
Um.
Anyway,
Either way, I can't do anything about it now anyway, even if I could do.
so book it, Scott.
Fucking.
Roll, you can roll treatment.
Yeah, but it's just I have shit treatment. I'm trying to think of other things to do, but there's nothing really applicable.
You do have. You don't have a hero point. Shit.
No.
He's just gonna die in your arms, and there's
You
nothing
have-
you can do.
Aaron, extra effort is always an option to increase a check.
I have 3 hero points that are gonna go to waste because
By
the fight
two?
didn't happen this time.
I'm so sorry about that. This is not. I'm so sorry you drew this short stick for this session. I didn't mean it.
I mean, we
That's
could we could always theoretically have like. hero
Yeah,
points and
those
stuff
hero.
laid
Let's just have those hero points bleed over.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still one fight
At
scene.
at least the ones you got from this bis.
Yeah,
Alright.
I am going to. I don't know. Should I stay here and try and help?
That's up to you, Scott.
Honestly, this guy's gonna.
Well, if we're going in order of operations, technically I'm quote unquote first of the group. I'm gonna extra effort this treatment roll.
Roll initiative for medical attention.
Roll your fucking treatment, Aaron. Godspeed.
I'll
Yeah,
wait to see the
it's
result
not
of
good.
that before I decide whether to
18.
chase or not.
You-
11. 15. His condition isn't getting worse.
Okay.
He's stabilized, but the ball is still in his throat. But he seems to not be like getting absolutely zero air. He's not going. He's going to fall unconscious. That's for sure. But if you keep an eye on him, he probably will not die.
I know the Heimlich.
Meanwhile, outside, with Portal Girl and Common Rider Soul. Scott, where are you teleporting? Where are you trying to teleport to?
Well, not right next to him, but kind of
He
close.
is getting up on top of a roof right now. You can
I
see
mean,
him out
yeah.
the window.
Do I have enough teleport distance to get up on there with him?
I'll say you do have enough teleport distance to get in front of them and try to cut him off. And Soul
Yeah.
can try to jump up from behind if they want.
Let's do that. Throwing myself face first into danger always works out.
Yeah, just like last time.
Don't remember the power plant.
So Soul, you hear the distinct teleport sound. You see this guy climbing the roof, or climbing up to the roof. What do? It's a 3-story building, 30 feet. You can jump 60. If you really want to.
Yeet.
You stylishly wall jump up after him, and you end up on a snowy rooftop.
Scott,
with this
stop.
figure. You end up on the rooftop with this figure, and grapple force. You've got him between you. You've got this. You've got him 2-on-1.
You wanna
Wait.
fucking go?
Wait, this has happened before.
What?
Dark figure rooftop, bad good odds.
Bad good odds.
I said the wrong word. Shut up. This is like the fucking weather presentation all over again, and you've ruined my tension.
You're fine.
Shut the fuck up, Scott.
Good odds. Well, he's
Sorry.
there. You can't shut up. He's squinting at him. You guys both. It can't be him. It just can't be him. But that stance like you can't hurt him. He's not in a fighting stance. He's just standing there.
Menacing.
He's not even getting ready to fight because he knows. He knows you can't hurt him because you couldn't hurt him last time you were here. You couldn't save anybody last time you were up against this guy. Both of you take a hero point as the PTSD kicks in.
What's going on?
You might find these guys in this situation. They might have to tell you. Who knows?
Look, I'm just trying to pull a ball out of a fat man's throat.
If you wish to keep fighting, you can, but you will be taking penalties to all attributes and checks.
I don't think Soul's in the right state of mind to be fighting right now.
Pussy talk.
So,
I can't do this.
both of you, your trinkets, your two trinkets start making strange noises. Soul, you swore you had a full battery earlier, but it's beeping like it's about to run out.
What's going on?
And meanwhile, Grapple Force is
Grapple-
error 404, confidence not found.
Grapple Force is her pallet swap is still working, fortunately, but everything else you can't get it to work, even to run away. Everything is just giving you. You can't hit the buttons right. You can't get the hand gestures right. You're shaking too much. Seems he's picked up on this though. Just looks back at both of you. Walks right past Grapple Force. Next time, don't get involved. And just slowly sinks down into the top. Not even leaving footprints in the snow where he was.
Meanwhile, fucking Frenchie doing CPR. Live, goddammit, live!
Cross town. Yeah.
And actually, to end off this, you're snapped out of it. You guys get snapped out of this by the sound of a loud explosion and some very familiar psychotic laughter. Sounds like Krieg's back. Again.
Again.
And where there's Krieg, there's always something more. He's not. You may not be able to beat this guy, but you know you can beat him. You hope so. You also pick up on this, Emily. You're trying to listen for this guy's heartbeat with super hearing, basically, making sure it's stable, and you just hear.
I recognize that sociopathic tone anywhere.
You've only actually met him maybe a couple times.
He has a very distinctive voice.
Oh yeah, you've heard all of his weird, disjointed ransom notes. What
know-
was that sound?
That was a Krieg sound.
You know, I'm gonna
was very
work this in
well.
a way where Night Punch can be a closet fake supervillain, just so she can, because she would honestly fit in this crowd very well.
Go for the undercover cop approach.
I will. I'm gonna use my old mob name.
Fat Tony.
Oh god, they got Fat Tony.
Oh god, I just spilled a bunch of cold water all
Fat
over
Tony
me.
got snorkeled.
It would totally be Machine Gun. It'd totally be
Machine Gun Kelly.
It would be.
Taken, and that was a dude, the rather fat dude.
Yep. Actually, her name. She would be like I'll figure something cool out.
Annie, I'm gonna let you know right now, Tyler. I'ma be late to that combat because I want to make sure this man lives.
Oh yeah, that's completely fine. Everybody
So-
except for the two who started it are going to have to deal with the first couple rounds alone.
So, ending recording.
Ending recording.
All right.
Tune in next time on the next adventures of
How to do.